Water.
We are live.
Lady, I'm just going to
Do I need to like sit right and face the camera?
No, because I'll
Get
have
right.
to bring in another camera.
Oh, that's right. We ran out of cameras.
Get right. Yeah, somebody upgrade their phones so we can use their iPhone.
Well, y'all can't use my phones. You know, my superior phone.
When'd you get an iPhone?
You an Android lady?
I absolutely
Me
am.
as well. I'm with you.
Woohoo!
There you go.
Thank you.
I just need your big face up there. You just need a better one.
I just need a better face. Well, all
I
right.
know.
I'll work on that.
That's what I was trying not to say.
I
Like,
know.
I need a better face of yours. Like, do you have a better face?
Wow, bull.
I mean, I have another face, but I can't say it's better because it's not really mine. It just looks like mine.
Oh, the struts are good.
Oh, that's an okay picture.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's
One.
cute.
You vet.
I know, but I just wish I had it. It would let me resize.
Oh, yeah.
My morning jacket's okay. I saw
I
them.
don't think you're trying hard enough, bull.
I saw them at Hangout Festival.
Hey, here we go.
I saw a lot of these bands. I saw the Foo Fighters, Primus, My Morning Jacket.
Are
good.
Oh, that's an okay
Fog
picture.
and Molly.
Yeah, that's good.
That's cute.
All one year. They were
You bet.
all at the Hangout Festival together.
Oh,
one
yeah.
year.
Oh, that's cool.
The Foo Fighters.
That was the morning jacket's okay. I saw them.
You don't think you're trying
Well,
hard
I've told
enough,
this
bull.
story before. I saw them at Hangout. But I was at the Hangout Festival one year,
Hey.
and we got there early
Also-
to see CeeLo Green.
Yeah.
At 3 in the afternoon, and the Foo Fighters were headlining that night, and CeeLo's plane was late, and they came out and said, "We apologize, and CeeLo's running late, and so we're gonna have a band come out and just hang out with you guys, play some covers till he gets here. Again, we're really
That's
sorry
cool.
for the delay."
Yeah.
Fucking outwalked the Foo Fighters at 3 in the afternoon and just played cover songs. Played "Breakdown" by Tom Petty and
Really?
"Darling Nikki" by Pray, and just fucking did covers. And all of a sudden, CeeLo just walked out on stage. Foo Fighters stayed on stage and did "Fuck You" and "Crazy" with him.
Really?
And then that was it. It was like,
So,
"Whoa,
Shailene?
that was cool."
Yeah, that is cool.
There was a dude.
cover band. We got these
This dude
these
walks
bums
up
hanging out
Are we
back
doing
here.
that?
halfway through them. They were playing
Just talk
Fat
about
Bottom Girls of Queen. This dude walks up. He's kind of like, "Oh man, this guy's sound pretty good." And all of a sudden, he goes,
Well, I'm going to
"Foo
share it.
Fighters?" I was like, "Yes."
Your little cover band. What happened?
Oh, no.
What happened?
Well, y'all ain't laughing.
Laughing at Bradley.
I'm just glad they weren't on the radio.
Yeah, something's grabbing on the radio tonight.
Oh yeah, shoot! I forgot we're live.
That's why we're laughing.
That's right. He was just saying the songs.
Yeah, quoting.
I was
Yeah.
4.
Oh yeah, well, hey, that's the name of the song, man. CeeLo Green we had to list his
I
best
know.
songs. He's only got 2 good ones.
That is a good song, like,
Oh, easy.
to play whenever you
He's
don't
only
like
got 2
somebody.
hits. Let me rephrase that. I should have said 2 good ones. He's only got 2 hits.
Oh, man.
He just kind of stopped recording, didn't he? Made his money and he toured off those 3 albums. Yeah.
Wow.
He's still touring? On 3 albums.
Well, there's one of those talent shows he's been on or was on or
Voice.
To check you.
They had that bird.
yeah.
He's still got the bird.
What? I don't
Carried a
know.
bird on his shoulder. A little parrot.
The Coco Beware.
Yeah, like Coco.
Yeah, from Union City, Tennessee.
Huh,
Really?
okay.
Sure is. I don't know his real name, though. Kind of mad at that. I'll figure it out. Figure it out.
Oh, I can do the. Oh, I can.
Yeah, you get to do it. All right, everybody, welcome to the
Next episode.
Everyday Joe Show. I'm the host, the Travis Reed. You might have heard of me before.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, unanimous.
One time.
One time.
I've been here a couple times.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys, welcome in Tuesday night music episode. Bonnaroo lineup.
Woo!
Yeah, boy. Gonna be sweet.
It feels so good outside. It feels like it should be here, but we still gotta wait a few more months.
Yeah, we do gotta wait.
I wish they did do it. Well, I guess they're doing it in September now, so
Yeah.
the weather will be a little bit
We
cooler.
do get a Monday off, so that's kind of the best part because the
Oh, yeah.
roughest 2 Mondays of the year, the one after vacation and the one after Bonnaroo. So I'm
True, very
kinda
true.
excited to have that off.
I usually take that Monday off.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have to because retail we don't close.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't do it.
What is a Monday after Bonnaroo?
Labor Day.
Oh,
Labor Day. Yeah.
Oh, well, I will be off.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's a holiday of any sort, I won't be off. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
exactly right.
All right, guys. So now we got our Bonnaroo lineup expert, Mr. Dustin Murray. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm fabulous.
Good to hear.
Sorry, thank you. Yeah. No, you're our Bonnaroo guy. You're a go-to.
Yeah.
I appreciate you
We got-
having me.
we got-
Resident Bonnaroo expert.
I did that
This
for
guy knows
Anna
a
the
lot.
other day. She asked if she was getting drunk. We were going to a birthday party Saturday night. And she said, "How I looked at it." I said, I can't do it as well as you, so I'm not going to do it live. But I did it like that, and she just looked at me like, that was stupid.
The same way everybody in the room looks at me when I do it. Yeah, I know that look. Yeah, I get it.
And I did it. I laughed, and I was like, how'd you get it? I was like, Travis does that. And she was like, just walked off.
Probably bad because she wanted me to do it, and you're trying
Oh,
to do
yeah,
this
Yeah.
that's what I was insinuating. That it was
Yeah.
like, that's not as good as Travis, because we all
Yeah.
know she's got the hots for Travis.
It's not Travis.
Thanks for the stars,
why.
Chad. Appreciate you, brother.
All right.
Thank ya.
Dustin Murray, what you drinking tonight, my man?
Man, I am drinking, as I told you earlier, I'm drinking room temperature water. Bradley didn't hear the story, but I have had a chipped tooth and where a filling has come out, and so it's extra sensitive. So I can't even drink the cold water. I've had this water since 10 o'clock this morning. So it's finally to the point where it's comfortably to
handle it.
drink.
You put it on the stove.
Just set it outside.
Yeah,
Put it in your
gargle some
car.
salt water.
Have you tried air frying it yet?
Not yet. It's
ooh.
coming.
Man, you know, when I worked for that landscaping company out in Murfreesboro, there was a guy that he could not stand to drink cold water. He would fill his water bottle up and stick it in the cab of the truck. Then we'd mow a place, and then he would drink it, but let it warm. I was like, dude, how can you drink hot? And they're talking 90-degree days. I mean, it's not as it just not cold. It's
Right.
Hot.
Right.
But that's how you drink it.
I knew a guy. He that was Dr. Pepper that way. If he went to the store, he'd go home, turn the stove on, set the drink on the stove.
Boil it?
No, just sit it like on the stove.
Oh my
And let the stove
goodness.
get kind of hot and make it warm.
Cooked Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, and he would have like like one of the stores he went to. He would have them set the cases out. He always drank 20-ounce Dr. Pepper. It wasn't Tooth, another guy, and he would set it out. Have them leave a case in the back storage room, not in the cooler. So when he go in the back door back there where the storage room was, grab one out and get it because he didn't like cold Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
Yeah, odd,
yeah.
very odd. Thanks for being here, Dustin.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Bradley Ramsey,
Hello, hello.
how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Good. What you got in them pretty green cans?
I got my good and smart sparkling water. I'm drinking a little lime tonight. A
Yeah?
little lime flavored. So,
Oh.
yeah, the
Reminds you of a Corona?
change it up. I was never a Corona fan.
Yeah.
And it sure don't remind me of a Bud Light. It's nowhere near as good, but again, nowhere near the negative effects. So
We're exciting in this in the table with our waters, aren't we?
that's right.
Hey, watch this one.
Yeah.
Bo,
What up?
how are you?
Man, I'm good. I've sacrificed my mic for another cause tonight.
Oh,
So I'm just not going to be here.
what are you drinking? I don't have to yell. I don't know why I'm
No, I was
yelling.
about to say,
But you're an idiot.
Yeah, thank you. You're the one that, yeah.
I don't even have my Mellow Yellow open yet, so nothing.
He's drinking a cigarette.
Yeah, there
You're
you go.
welcome.
He's drinking. I wasn't done yet. Thank you.
Glad, yeah.
Apparently, I do need to yell. So I'm not an idiot. Yeah.
You do need to yell.
Yeah. Wait. Thank God. He's a
Do
big.
the daggum show.
He's a big dumb animal. We love him. Lady A, how
Hey,
are you?
I'm Dandy.
You are Danny, like a snack over here.
Thank you.
And Lady A's not on camera tonight,
I didn't feel
Oh.
like putting on my face or my hair or
Yes.
anything.
but she got her Bonnaroo shirt on.
I am repping the Bonnaroo.
Yeah, she got that. What you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking beer for sure.
Yeah.
I've got Angry Orchard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're exciting on this end.
Yeah, you are exciting.
Well, thanks for being a rare Tuesday appearance by you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I wanted to talk about Bonnaroo.
Yeah. All right. I myself, a little south of the red light from Common John.
Really?
Yeah,
Is
boy.
that one you said you have on tap?
Yes, I do have it on tap.
Look at that.
Have you had it yet?
I haven't had it yet. It's going to happen here in a minute.
Oh, it's good.
And I told you I might pause and make funny faces. Just don't go to me at that minute. But
Take a break or something.
yeah, it's kind of like a brain freeze. You just gotta sit there and let it do its thing, and then you can talk.
I had a tooth. That was not too long ago. I finally was able to get an appointment and get it
Yeah.
fixed. You could go to the dentist
No.
forever. But I was with you, brother.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Have you heard the story behind this beer?
No.
South of red light. So the grains and the barley was grown at one of the Willis's farm in Hillsboro.
But you should tell it.
And it was their farm is south of the red light, so they named the beer South of the Red Light.
So it's local. Local on local.
Yeah, on top of local, when the local's drinking it.
Well, by golly.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some before I go.
That's good.
I got to be local.
It's really good beer. Got to be local. Gots to be. All right, guys, so we're going to discuss the Bonnaroo lineup. It came out about a day premature the day. It's apparently one of the bands
Yeah.
accidentally shared it. And it was up for just a few minutes and they took it back down. Well, of course, social media screenshot like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure the organizers at Bonnaroo were probably having a fit because they weren't ready to release it yet, I'm assuming.
Right.
It got released the next day, I
Right.
believe.
They did it the next
I
day.
think
Yeah.
they felt like they had to, though.
Yeah.
Kind of. Because it's exactly the one I shared, or the one I
Yeah.
sent you is exactly that, except without
Yeah.
the watermarks.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, somebody's
And there
in
was
trouble.
one, if you
Thank you,
notice, now
Amber.
there was one place that
Yes.
Tyler the Greater, Lando Del Rey, and then it said Da Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now it's Little Baby.
Yeah.
Evidently, that's a big deal.
Yes. there's a
Dub Baby
difference.
couldn't make it, so Little Baby's
Baby's
taking
taking
Dub
place.
Baby's place.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I'm being a smart aleck, but apparently that's real.
That's
there,
real.
there is a Dub Baby and a
Uh-huh.
Little
Dub Baby.
Baby.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, all right then.
Yeah.
That's, I'm a little out of my element with some of this Bonnaroo stuff.
Yeah, that's all right.
Totally understand it.
That's okay. Thank you, Aaron Carmine. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Get them stars. If you like
thank
what you hear, like
you.
we're seeing, guys, if you feel so inclined, send us some stars. We appreciate it. We definitely would. We got a shout out to Boone County, West Virginia. Boone
Mating
County
call.
Mating Call. Thank you, Mr. Pruitt, who made that for me, him and his wife.
Funny.
I was about to ask you what that was.
Yeah, Boone County Mating Call, baby.
They are Tic Tacs.
They'll be here.
I know the door's going to come kicking in here in a minute.
Try. Her. She's cried.
What you got in there?
Her.
They get a quesarito.
I took a baby.
You ain't got
CPS.
Fiestas.
Oh, boy.
We're talking about the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. We've talked about it on the show before. If you've not watched it, please watch it as soon as it
Yeah,
shows up.
please.
I think it's funny that everyone watches that and thinks it's funny. See, because I grew up, I know those people.
Yes.
I mean, I know that, and it's
I
sad.
related to those people.
I watch it. Yeah, I watch it, and I thought it was just sad. But then you talk to everybody else, and they thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen. It's like, really? I said, that's just awful. It's awful.
It's pretty bad.
It is bad.
Big Germ on the Facebook Live feed, he said he's not going now. He wanted to see Da Baby, not Little Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank goodness I didn't get my pre-sale tickets. I would have been.
I know
pissed.
Germ's got that full of the baby.
That's right.
The iPhone's full of the baby.
So yeah, they released it early. I saw it and I'm like, this can't be real. It's not. Wasn't ready for it. And then, so I started reading the comments of like, oh, somebody's in trouble. Somebody's in trouble. And then I went on Twitter and that festival.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty accurate.
It is pretty accurate.
And I saw him and he's like, no, he said, this, from what I've seen, this is it. This
Yeah.
is
Wow.
pretty close to what it's going to be. And just reading the big letters, the big words on there, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. Now there's some on there that we're going to be there that are not, and you can understand that 1.5 year difference of
Right.
or ish, difference of having it last June 2020 to September 2021. You're going to lose some.
Right.
Well, we added some. We added some huge ones.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
not definitely not mad at that.
Did
Mother.
they ever figure out who was it that accidentally leaked or put it up and then pulled it down?
Yeah, it started with an M.
It is. You can't read it. It's Mdu Mokhtar, I think is how
Yeah.
you say
Okay,
it.
yeah, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was them.
Yeah. We're going to act like that's how it's
Him.
pronounced.
I didn't know he was going to be there.
Yeah, right there.
Well, if the baby couldn't be there, if Mdu Mokhtar is, then I'm back in. I'm taking my ticket off to StubHub.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I saw it, and then I got to reading it. Like I said, I was reading the comments, and I'm like, oh, somebody's in trouble.
Yeah.
They probably won't ever get to play.
And what amazes me is they send the band the whole lineup. Now, I would figure you're just like, hey, you've gone to Bonnaroo, don't say anything.
Yeah.
We've got you booked. But I wouldn't expect for Bonnaroo to send everybody that's
That
on the
lineup.
lineup one of
No.
those in case something like that were to happen.
Yeah.
If I was guessing, and this is just from my memory of college, I'll bet you, especially some of these bigger bands, or some of these mid-level bands too, they probably have a say in where they're at on the lineup. So they're sending them that. And if you look over here, and if you're
That's a good point.
Disco Biscuit and dashboard, and if you're dashboard confessional, you may not want to be. You may feel like you're big enough. You shouldn't be playing behind Big Wild and Troy Boy. You know, and it's like, but now you look at it and go, oh, all right. I said, yeah, that's good. That's about where they told me we were going to be. Or they give them an opportunity to look, and they can do a little more negotiating. Well, wait a minute, we're playing that low on the lineup, then we're not coming, or we want more money, or blah blah blah. Or you need to bump us up, or we're not going to show up. Because I've read a lot of those stories where it's like, hey, I'm not going on that tour if so and so's playing after us. We're bigger than that.
Right. You got us on the third line?
Never even thought about that.
Yeah.
I mean, Makdu Magana or whatever. I mean, I'm sure he needed to see where he ranked on the lineup before he was going to be there.
Yeah. He started from the bottom, but evidently that was good enough to show the lineup. I guess they were like, oh, we're there. We've made it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm finding my grandmother here.
Oh, yeah. You got to do that. Take care of business.
Got to take care of Gran here.
For sure. Hi, Gran.
That's right.
Hi.
Well, now my phone's not working. Sweet. Awesome. Love it. All right, so Bonnaroo now, they've changed it to September, which I'm okay with because, I mean, it's still going to be hot.
Yeah.
But hopefully, and it's going to be muggy because that's...
The dog days of summer.
For us, seems like since we got out of high school, those have been the dog days of summers in September. Mm-hmm. But hopefully it won't be as hot. Sun will be in a different direction. It will be directly over us like it would be in July or June. So maybe a little bit better. Be a different atmosphere out there, maybe. Be different. But everything's magical out there anyway, so it's going to be great. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Nighttime, you probably might get a little cooler than it does in June.
That's true.
And it gets cool. When you get out there all day and you get sun and sweating, and then the sun goes down.
The blood's all thinned out from booze.
Yeah. It's chilly.
Yes.
It is chilly.
So, September, that'll be different. We all know 111. It got real cold during 111.
I was almost uncomfortable, and that's my element. I was so glad to be there. And,
but it was cold.
It was not...
kind of live and learn. So, September might be the latest we can do stuff around here. Also announced, too, you probably talk about all the concert series this summer.
Yeah.
That's really cool that Bonnaroo's kind of letting the farm come to life in the summer and having pop-up shows, and there's still more being added. Which one added this week?
Jason Aldean.
I saw that. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not a country guy, but I'd probably go just to have a good time.
The Avett Brothers. I'd like to go out there and see them. I've seen them before. They're good.
Yeah.
Billy String's very good. Bluegrass
A buddy of mine was telling me about how much he liked him.
Oh, apparently Bonnaroo's conflicting with Lost Lands.
Yeah, and there's some that you see
he's watching.
that
Okay, just send it to him.
some are playing both. They'll play Lost Lands on a Friday or Bonnaroo on a Saturday or Sunday. So there's some that are doing both.
I know one year Chris Stapleton played in Nashville at the Country Music Festival on Friday night, and then was at Bonnaroo on Saturday night.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do
Another
that.
thing without the CMA Fest this year, that Grand Ole Opry could be interesting to see how all comes, because there's a lot of people been pinned up for a year and a half. They're looking for something to do.
Yeah, that's true.
You get invited to go play at Bonnaroo with the Grand Ole Opry. I mean, it's
They probably don't care to get paid. They just want to get out of the house.
right.
Yeah, just go some. Yeah,
Go see
so
somebody.
Thursday because of that would be a really good day to just go.
Right. And I really like a lot of the stuff on Thursday. It's a lot of the kind of up and coming people, and there's some pretty cool names on there.
We'll have to actually make it. We don't ever make it there.
I understand.
We always attempt to, but yeah. Time management's usually not a friend of ours.
Not during
the weekend of Bonnaroo.
Yeah, no, we're not very good at it. Usually, it's her. She's drunk.
Yeah, you can definitely blame me. Yeah, we can't go outside until it's dark.
Dark.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's got the sun. Got to be way gone.
Yeah.
No.
I think one of my very first experiences hanging out with Andrew was at Bonnaroo. And we went out there together. And the whole Eminem headlining and getting to see Andrew break bad on the lady in line.
That thing where almost got us kicked out. Yeah, that was good times.
Got to back it up. Going, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know her that well.
Yeah.
I'm not with them.
Peace out.
Travis, man, I gotta go.
I'm gonna be right over here.
Yeah. In my car leaving because I'm not losing my Bonnaroo rights forever because of her.
Yeah.
Her. Yeah. All right, let's jump in this bad boy, guys. Thursday, you're speaking with Grand Ole Opry featuring special guests, and you do make a valid point. I never thought about it. People being cooped up. You may get a couple folks down here.
Yeah. You might get some surprise, really good country music acts, out of Nashville. So, looking forward to that. And on my list, I've got 99 Neighbors. It's a rap duo.
Okay.
Kind of more of a hip hop sound than the other rap you get now. That's just rhyming words, but I really like their style. Andy Frasco and the UN I saw in Denver, Colorado. A lot of fun. If you go out there for a Thursday show, that's one of the ones I would say go to. Andy Frasco is a good time, and he sings songs that are fun and funny, and that will be a good, high, energetic show. Big Something's kind of a jam band, but it's kind of an upbeat kind of jam sound. Pretty good. I really like them. Larkin Poe is 2 females. Younger, they do a lot of covers. They've got one of Black Betty that y'all should go listen to when we get off here. Fantastic. Liz Cooper and the Stampede, that is a Music Tree alum. They're playing on Thursday nights. They've played Music Tree. Now they're playing out at Bonnaroo.
That's cool.
Scary Pool Party. I don't know if we mentioned The Voice earlier. If y'all have ever watched American Idol, there was a guy 2 years ago named Alejandro who could play the guitar with just like his fingers and Well, he goes by Scary Pool Party now. So he's a very good
That's
up and coming
funny.
guy. And then Too Many Zoos. It's I saw them open for Rainbow Kitten Surprise before, and it's a guy with I'll have to look up what it's called in a minute, but it's basically it's a guy. There's a guy with a drum and a cymbal, and another guy with a trumpet, and then this guy with this big old looking clarinet looking thing. And I'm telling you, they don't sing, but it's just music, and it's a lot of fun too.
Oh, that sounds like a pretty good time.
Yeah, Too Many Zoos. Have you heard of Too Many Zoos?
I saw him in New
What
York.
is the instrument that the guy plays?
Baritone sax.
Baritone sax. There you go. It's like
Wait a minute.
combo
Who
both.
showed us that? Somebody you did out here on the YouTube.
Subways in New York's where they got started.
Yeah, Bull showed us a clip of that. God,
Fantastic.
been a while ago. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, him playing with the
Philharmonic.
Philharmonic was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was phenomenal.
So yeah, another high energy. So Thursday to me, it's pretty good day.
Yeah.
Maybe
Lot
we'll
it's
just
worth
tag
going out
along
there
with
for. A lot
you.
of fun stuff.
Yeah, you'll be able to find Murray. He's got the bright green. Usually,
Yeah, I'll have a headband
on. You can find him pretty easily. Usually, if I go, I'll run into him at the merch stand.
Somewhere, and it's like in passing.
Yeah, every time.
Somewhere
Every
on
dang
there.
time.
Brewer's tent, somewhere right over there, center, right in the middle.
Find Bradley over there finding food. That's usually where I see him.
That's right.
I'm
Pizza.
already with him.
Where the pizza's at.
Yeah, spicy pie.
Donuts, yeah.
I know that you're going to talk about this. Can we talk about the beer
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
and how funny that is?
Yeah, you want to jump in right now?
Corona
Yeah.
is the beer sponsor,
So
or one of them down there.
when I shared that, Frenchie come on there. He's like, "Yeah, it looks legit." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Man, I'm just worried about who the beer sponsor is." And he said, "Oddly enough," he said, "and this is not a joke. It's Corona."
It's kind of perfect. Why not? You know?
Whoever figured that out at Corona, it's genius.
Absolutely.
I mean, why
Now's
wouldn't
their
you?
time to shine.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Because I'm sure their sales dipped because idiots thought,
Oh yeah, I'm
whatever.
drinking Modelo now.
Yeah,
Show you.
it's genius.
Yeah.
So smart, and it's not Pabst Blue Ribbon, so
And
it's even
I'll
smarter.
drink a Corona. I don't care. They have flavors.
And they have, they got those
Seltzery
the
things.
seltzer thing, that Corona Premier. That's
Ooh, that's
goes
really
down.
good.
Sweet.
Have y'all had a Corona in the can? I'm not a big fan of Corona in the can. I
I've
like
not
it
had
much better out of a bottle.
I'll
You
say
have.
it tasted
same
better
way?
in Mexico.
But I'm worried. That's good. I guess they're gonna have to sell it in the can though. At
Yeah.
Bonnaroo, you can have
Yeah.
the glass bottles. But I like it.
But I need a
lot
lime.
better out of the glass
I
bottles.
have to have a
I
lime.
don't do limes.
So I don't know how they're gonna do that with the cans and if they'll keep limes and stuff.
Squish it down in there with your
Squish it down. You have
thumbs.
to bring your own limes.
Scorch it.
I absolutely
Big
will.
lime will.
Or my little lime juice. Just squirt it in.
Yeah, I can't. I
It's
don't
not
do
a
the
bad
limes.
idea, actually.
I can't. They,
It changes the flavor because if it doesn't have a lime, it tastes like a skunk to me.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I never thought Corona tasted good unless it had a lime.
Yeah.
I was not a fan.
it gives me heartburn so bad than that night. I can't-
Tecate. I
I'd
like
rather have
Tecate.
heartburn than
Tecate's
what
good.
Pabst did.
Yeah, no doubt.
Has to be a hangover. Golly, I drink too many of those.
I was pushing that stuff I ain't ate yet.
Ugh.
It's like, wait a minute, I didn't eat that.
Yeah.
They ate a squirrel the Abraham Lincoln had on? What? I didn't serve that out there with spicy pie.
Oh my.
They even had the beard.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
weird.
get it. I don't know. Let me get some comments here after we thank God Corona is the beer sponsor,
Yeah,
the official beer.
much better than PBR.
Aaron comment, he says Andy Franco is awesome. Frasco.
Yes,
Is it Frasco?
he is. It is a
I am
lot of fun.
Blind, I can't see. Josh Gross says Briston Maroney on Thursday is going to be a good one.
There you go. Josh is real good. He knows a lot of this stuff. He's good to.
Then Jimmy Newton says he can't say Philharmonic, but it spits out physiological like it's his own name.
Philosophical.
Thank God that's not my name. Jeez.
Oh me.
I told you he's a big dumb animal. Apparently, I'm just a little dumb animal. Yeah. Yeah. Kudos to the head of PR and marketing at Corona Beer
Faux show.
getting on this ticket, because that is, like I said,
Yeah.
genius, and it's
Yeah.
better beer than Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Right.
I mean, you saw what I did with my
Your arts and crafts.
arts and
poster.
crafts poster. I covered up all the PBRs with Miller Lite logos because that was dumb.
Yeah.
Why are you
I
gonna
wish
have?
they'd go back to Miller Lite or
Yeah, something.
even Bud Light. But
I
hey,
drink.
I'm okay with Corona.
I'll drink Ultra all day.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, I would drink Ultra all day, but yeah, Corona Light. That's
Yeah, or Corona Premier. That's the same thing.
yeah.
Same thing.
That's
No.
the Corona Ultra.
Do you put a lime in Premier too?
You don't have to now.
No. Got a little more flavor.
Yeah, that Corona Extra is just too much for me.
Yeah.
Like dump it in a margarita.
Are you good with the lemon, or has it got to be a lime?
Either citrus.
do-
I mean,
yeah,
we can throw
I can
grapefruit
do
in
a
there.
lemon.
I don't care. I just need some
Some
kind of
citrus.
citrus.
What's George, chief of the fire department?
Yeah.
Chambers. He puts a lemon in Stella Artois.
And it completely changes the flavor profile. Just like
It is.
phenomenal.
It is phenomenal.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Makes
absolutely.
me want to put lemons and limes in every beer
Everything,
to see
yeah.
what happens. It's like chemistry,
Hey,
science.
hey, Bull. Josh Gross wants to know they're going to be able to harvest the cervezas in time for the roux.
Go ask your farmers.
I'm not touch with him since Corona.
Are you-
He lost touch with them.
Oh, we need to put that clip back. on
Yeah,
the,
that one's
back on the
good.
page tomorrow. We're talking about harvesting of agave, and Bull's like, "Yeah, I have friends. They harvest the cervezas in Mexico, south of the border." I'm like, "Oh, they harvest the cervezas? Yeah, they're in season till April." I was like, "Oh, is that right?" Idiot. That's probably one of the funniest clips ever, though.
Harvest season is April. That's when they harvest.
Oh man. Yeah, Aaron Comrie, and I would dig Busch Latte before I dig the PBR.
I like the Busch Light now. That's the,
Now, I will say that I had the PBR coffee beer, talking about lattes. Phenomenal. It tasted nothing like beer or PBR. It tasted like a Yoo-hoo.
defeats the purpose for me. For
Coffee beer.
It's like, man,
But-
this is good. It doesn't taste like beer. And it's like, well, I'm out. I want
Man,
beer.
It still has the alcohol. I just need that alcohol. Well, okay. That's okay. I need you. Never mind. I'm not going to correct myself.
All right, Dustin, did you get through Thursday or the ones that we don't know?
Those are the ones that I've
That-
heard of and listened to. And again, there's probably plenty of suggestions in the comment. Go listen to some of these people. I know when you start first see the Bonnaroo lineup, it can be frustrating because you see the first, 2 lines on each day, and you're like, okay, I've heard of them. And then you get to the ones written in white, and like, how the heck are these people?
Yeah.
So I kind of just make it upon myself to just go to their page, or just try to listen to 2 or 3 songs,
Yes.
see what kind of genre it is, if it's something I listen to. And so I write down some ones that I like. There might be some that think, oh god, that's terrible, that I like, that, and some I don't mention that others might really like. So it's all subjective. But
It is that you did that a couple years ago when you come on and did it. And you were like, "I did this," and I'm like, "Oh, that's so simple, but yet genius." So I did it, and Tooth played a bunch of them for me. I'm like, "Well, and we listened to a bunch of it by ourselves in the
Yeah.
house." I'm like, "Well, this is okay music. This isn't bad." So here I am complaining about the lineup, and it wasn't one of the stronger years, but I complained about it. But then when I started listening to it, I'm like, "Well, that's not a bad song." Well, okay, because I was listening to like on their top hits like on Spotify, those bands, and I
Yeah.
listened to
That's
it.
what I do.
And
Spotify,
knowing
yeah.
they're probably going to play that there in their set because
Yeah.
it's on Spotify, the most downloaded song. And I'm like, well, that's not bad. And I just took it because I wasn't giving it a chance. I was being narrow-minded, and all I want is, I want Exit 111 out there
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yes,
what I want.
absolutely.
That's what I want. And
There's nothing wrong with wanting that.
no, I didn't. I'm fine with it.
Right.
But you give some of these other like Too Many Zoos. You know, Bull. And I didn't know who it was, but I was like, well, somebody showed me that. And Bull's like, yeah, it was me. That was actually fun. Like it looks like a good time to watch that dude run around like a crazy man playing that baritone sax. I mean, dude's got some lungs on him. Absolutely. But that would be fun to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I won't know all the words to his songs because apparently don't sing. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
I do, however.
You know all the words to the song.
I know all the words to Kenny G songs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. There one time we Levon was singing like Boys to Men or something. We were riding around town drinking beer or whatever. We were teenagers and Levon is singing like just the top of his lungs. I'm like, man, Levon, you sound just like Kenny G. Oh man, you think so? I'm like, yep.
Oh Lord.
You sing way better than him. Man, I appreciate that. I'm like, oh God.
That's the guy that had the map upside down coming back to Florida.
Yeah. And it was in Mexico. And we were in Florida.
Nicholas, I never forget. Dang, Levon, the map's upside down. Give me that.
That was great. It was great. Of course, Levon was probably the Kenny G thing. He probably knew, and he was probably just
going along with
it. Yeah.
That's the funniest part of that story.
Yeah, and he's probably now just whenever he hears the story, he's probably like, idiot. I knew the whole time.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say anything. He lets us go with it. So, all right, let's move on to Friday. And I think we all agreed before we started that Friday seems like the strongest day for us, for Bradley, myself, and Lady A.
Sunday is really close up there for me.
No, you like Friday.
Okay, Friday.
I just get knocked out. By the way. I gotta be careful. It doesn't matter. I got to go Sunday with her. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going Sunday.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just kidding. She doesn't make me go. Because you straight will go without me.
I will,
And
yeah.
not lose an ounce of sleep over it.
Well, no, I love you, but no.
But Friday, man, this was, to me, was the biggest addition by far is the Foo Fighters.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Foo
a-
Fighters.
That was an
Wow.
awesome
Foo
surprise.
Fighters.
Foo
You
Fighters.
lose Tool in that slot, but you gain the Foo Fighters. And it was one of those. The Foo Fighters have been around for so long. It was one of those. You click on the playlist. I like their new album, and I was like, I'm gonna know a couple of these. 15 songs later, I'm like, well, I know that song. I know that song. And you just keep going.
That's how it was with the Chili Peppers played out there. 'Cause I'd seen them live before, but they're not. They're one of those bands that I know and I like, but I'm not just a diehard fan of. When they played at Bonnaroo, every song, not only did I know every song was a hit, like a big hit.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa. And when they were done, I was like, there was not one clunker. There wasn't one B-side, okay, this is for the fans.
Yeah.
Every song was a big hit, and they could have kept going.
Yeah.
And that's how the Foo Fighters are.
That was probably one of the biggest karaoke nights out there was when Chili Peppers played.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was with Tooth that night.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And, dude, we sang every word to every single song as loud as we could, and it was a blast. Blast. Like I said, not one clunker. Not one. And like you were saying, I'm pretty sure this is going to be that.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to slide in a couple covers because they're known to do that.
Yes,
That
that's
are
what
gonna
I'm
be-
excited
that
about.
They'll be epic.
And when and the Foo Fighters is another one of those bands. Before I saw them live, they were like the Chili Peppers, where they were always on the radio. I respected the hell out of Dave Grohl, and he's a big metalhead too. And so I just thought, I saw them at Gulf Shores at the Hangout Festival, and I was like, Foo Fighters would be cool. I'm looking forward to that. But I left there a Foo Fighters fan. I was like, whoa, that was awesome. I mean, when they sang Best of You, the hair on my arm stood up. I was getting chills. It was like,
I got chills
all
now
right,
just
these
thinking
guys are
about
good.
it.
And so they're just phenomenal live. They're just a killer live band.
Have you ever seen them, Dustin?
I have not.
I've
So
not
I'm
either.
looking forward to it. And then Bradley saying
You
the same
haven't?
No,
twice.
I haven't.
I'm looking forward to it.
And
Have they been to Bonnaroo?
no.
They-
No, first ever appearance.
Okay. I don't know why I feel like they had, but
And-
Now they were in Nashville at Bridgestone.
Yeah.
A year,
maybe
I guess
that's
a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and it got canceled and they had to reschedule because somebody's daughter got sick or somebody got sick or.
That was right
Okay.
around the time he broke his leg too. I know when he played in Nashville, he had the throne.
Yep.
That's big for me because I absolutely detest Nirvana with passion. But and it took because when the Foo Fighters came out, I automatically before I even heard a song, I'm like, nope, hate them, hate them. Dave Grohl, hate 'em. But the couple of videos, the Mentos one.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, man, this is a funny video.
And the airplane.
The airplane one, yes, absolutely. And
They're
then
just funny.
when Monkey Wrench came out, and it's a pop rock song, but there's parts of it that's kind of heavy, the guitars. And I'm like, well, I can roll with this right here. This is it. And I respected them then, and then as they've got along, and I've watched more Dave Grohl videos on YouTube. I'm like, man, this guy's he's a music fan. That's all he is. That plays music.
And he put out a metal album too. That's what I thought. He had that. He called it Probot, but it was just him, and he wrote all this music. Because I mean, he just came right out and said, I grew up a metalhead, and he sent a song to King Diamond. And a song to Lemmy, and a song, and said, you write the lyrics, record your vocals, and send them back to me. And I mean, and I'm not talking like, he sent them out to James Hetfield, and they're no big name guy. He went to like the lead singer from Celtic Frost, like these hardcore old school metal bands that only guys like me know.
Yeah.
He's like, these are the bands that I grew up listening to. He's like, all right, this dude's legit. I dig it. And then when I found out he wrote all the music too, and I was like, all right, yeah, I like Dave Grohl. And then Everlong was just a killer song from any band. If any band put that song out, that's a great song.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones is he brings kids up to play. He brought the Kiss guy up one time to play a song, and he brought his other little kid up to sing a song. He's he's at a Foo Fighters concert, and he brings his kid up on stage, and he's like, hey man, who's your favorite band? And he goes, Metallica. And they start laughing. So they play Enter Sandman, and let the kid sing Enter Sandman. I was like, he could have, been prima donna and just diva it out. Man, get out of here.
Yeah.
But he rolled with it, and I was like, you know what? That's pretty dang cool.
Oh yeah.
And to cover Dollar Nicky. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. And some of the stuff he does, like it was his birthday, and they were playing at the Forum in L.A. or Staples Center. I'm sorry, Forum. That was 30 years ago. They're playing the Staples Center. Well, like Paul Stanley comes out, Pepper Keenan comes out. I think like Zakk Wylde came out. Jimmy Page came out. Just these slew of rock guys come out and play songs, his songs, or he would play they would play their songs.
Cool.
I was like, you know what? He just gave these people who paid $150 to $200 a ticket a $5,000 a ticket show by bringing all these other folks out because it's his birthday and just had a good time.
Like a mini festival.
It really was. And that just shows you this guy's he is a music fan. You can tell. And that's why now I respect him so much, and I feel bad that I hated him. He doesn't care, but...
Well, and going back to him...
right now, you heard of him.
Back to him being a metal fan, he plays at the Dime Bash every year. That deal that they put on for Dimebag Darrell. And it's also... He has neither confirmed nor denied this, but I have to believe it's true that that band Ghost and like everybody in the band except for the lead singer, they just wear masks and these robes. They said Dave Grohl has been their drummer on several shows. Like they'll be in town, and he'll just show up and he'll just put the robe and the mask on and just go out and play a set with them, and nobody knows it's him just because he digs the band and wants to come out and
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that is great. He may be the greatest guy in music right now for the past 20 years.
Still the most prolific. I mean, him and Corey Taylor, it's obvious they just love, as far as rock and metal go, they just love that stuff, and they're constantly doing something. They're not just touring and going home and waiting 3 years. If it's not a Foo Fighters album, Dave Grohl's playing with Queens of the Stone Age, or he's hopping on stage with Ghost or whatever. He's doing something.
Well, you remember those, Lemmy did some like Christmas songs. Lemmy from Motorhead, and he did Run Rudolph Run, which is a pretty cool song by Lemmy. Dave played the drums on that.
Yeah.
Just because he wanted to, because Lemmy's like, hey, you want to play drums for me? And Dave beat him to the studio that day because he was like, I'm going to play drums for Lemmy. Yeah, I'm here. He was like an hour early, It's like, you're not supposed to be here yet. I don't care. Lemmy's going to be here. I'm going to be here. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of my favorite. We'll keep going here, but my favorite Foo Fighter thing is, and I know we've talked about it on the show before. They were doing Saturday Night Live. Christopher Walken was the guest host that week, and he walked back and goes, "Hey," he said, "I need to know, is the emphasis on Foo or Fighters?" And Dave knew exactly. He's like, "Fighters, definitely." So, Christopher Walken introduced him. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, the Foo Fighters. He said they about lost it because they knew exactly what Chris Walken was going to do. He's going Foo Fighters. And Dave Grohl does a pretty good impression of Chris Walken doing that. Hilarious.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Wow.
That was my hero. That's a good one.
Yes, absolutely. Next, Tame Impala. Dustin, Bradley, you want to take this one? I've heard.
Yeah, I like Tame Impala.
You jumped to
Didn't we
Saturday.
skip all of Friday?
Oh, I
you
did.
jumped
I'm sorry.
Saturday.
I can't see.
Megan.
Megan
Megan-
Thee Stallion.
Yeah, didn't she get shot?
No, they wanted to shoot her because she's
Okay.
twerking up on the Grammys, but
Okay.
that's
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was her.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that was her. So,
No, there actually was a shooting.
oh really?
Yeah, I thought she
Yeah,
got
this
shot.
was
Oh.
almost a year ago.
I just skipped
Oh,
Friday.
well, she's doing okay.
Yeah.
She's doing
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah, she's fine.
She's still limber.
Yes.
Is she the big one?
No.
No.
Who's the big one?
Lizzo.
Lizzo there. Okay, I know there's one of them.
Yeah. No, Megan Thee Stallion was in WAP
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I
with
got you.
Cardi
Song
B.
now.
Got you.
Yeah.
So pretty good.
I
Fast
like her.
rappers.
Yeah,
She's,
her and Beyonce. They did a remix of oh my God, Savage.
Yeah.
And that I like the remix better. But anytime Beyonce raps, I think that
Yeah.
was she didn't suck.
Yeah.
But
that
I like
good,
that song. That thanks TikTok, they definitely made that song and probably her famous
Yeah.
for
yeah,
sure.
number 2 on the list. So you got to think she's probably going to be the opener for Foo Fighters. Now, sometimes they'll throw that act late night, but
She maybe. I mean, I don't know. For Friday I see Foo Fighters kind of going forever, but
yeah. And it could be she could be over on the witch stage.
Yeah. Maybe because that's where Cardi B was last
Right.
year or the last time, whenever that was.
My favorite on Friday is Glass Animals. So I don't know if y'all
Yes,
know any
I'm
Glass
excited
Animals.
about
I'm really
them,
excited
too.
about that. I'm
my
expecting that to
list.
be maybe one of those midnight 1 o'clock shows.
Yeah.
Should be a lot of fun. Run the Jewels, a duo rap group, very entertaining. Janelle Monáe puts on, from what I've heard, she puts on a very good show.
Does she? Okay, because her music is hit or miss
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
hit or miss. The newer stuff, I've gotten into more than some of her older stuff.
Okay.
Deftones, y'all probably know a little bit more than I do. Bradley.
Deftones are a really good band. But I was telling them before the show. I'm a fan of the Deftones and their CDs. I've been a fan of them since college, but I've never been impressed with them live. The way that a guy, especially their lead singer, the way he sings, it just doesn't. For me, it doesn't translate well live. Now, I think I love their music, but I've never been impressed with them live.
There you go. And you said you never seen it, or you saw them at 111, right?
Yeah.
We heard them.
We heard
Heard
we were
it.
in the
Oh,
we were in the
that's
parking lot pre-gaming.
Pre-game.
Yeah.
That's usually the other way around for me. Especially with Bonnaroo, I'm a live guy, so there've been a lot. For the Foo Fighters are a prime example, but there've been a lot of artists or bands that I'm just kind of like, they're okay. But then when I see them live, I walk in there going, all right, and then they're on my playlist.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the Deftones they're a rarity where it's the exact opposite, where I'll go out in my car on the way home and crank up some Deftones. But if there's somebody else play, like at Exit 111, I went and saw somebody else. I want to see the Deftones live.
Yeah. But I've always had the issue. Chino talked a little smack about Hetfield and Metallica back in the day, and I've never forgiven him. Once again, he doesn't care. He doesn't. Yeah, he listens, but he doesn't care.
And Hetfield as well. He's sitting in his $500 million mansion wherever he's at, going Defu. What?
Yeah.
Weren't they third on the list during our that one tour we had?
Can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to say, I've never seen. I heard, like I said, we were in the parking lot pre-game at X111. Heard them. I want to see them just to see them. You know what I mean? To say I've seen them. I gave them a shot to see them live. Now, my feelings about them aside, they do have some good songs.
Oh, yeah.
That I know all the words to. I seek them out to listen to them sometimes. It's not a bad thing. It just, I've heard things about the live performance, but I want to check it out for myself. I want to see if it's real, and they may melt my face. I may have a different opinion than
I
Bradley
hope I'm
does.
wrong, because my buddy Curry, he loves them. That's one of his top 10 bands, is
Right.
the Deftones, and So, but again, I dig them. I really do. I'll play them a lot. I hope to see them at Bonnaroo and just go, I was wrong. They said bad couple shows. I had bad luck with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been. You never know.
Yeah.
I hope, like I said, I hope they melt my face off, and I hope I enjoy it. So I'm definitely gonna go see them though. Just say I did it. I didn't see them, and not just hear them while I'm chugging a Miller Lite in the parking lot.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's see, all the Grace Potter. I don't know if y'all Grace Potter.
yeah.
A doll.
Yeah, she's coming to the
Yeah.
caverns.
I like Grace
She's
Potter.
coming
A lot
to
of
the Potter. Yeah,
a lot
I
of
like her
these are
fun.
going to be at the
She's,
caverns. Like I've already seen the Disco Biscuits twice.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool how I don't know if they're not doing that radius clause this year because of all that. There was two people mentioned Billy Strings earlier. He was on the Bonnaroo list. Now he's just playing out at concert in the farm.
Yep.
There was somebody else that's playing. Mandolin Orange was originally on the first Bonnaroo list, and now they're just at the cabin.
I like
Okay.
Mandolin Orange. They're
I
another
do
one. I
too.
discovered them. I heard one of their songs on a television show. I was sitting there and I was going, man, that's a good song. I Shazammed it. I was like, well, that's a strange name. I'm going to check these guys out. And, I dug it. A friend of mine, she's more into a lot of this stuff than I am, and she'll pass along, especially when Bonnaroo lineups come out or things like that. She'll be like, check this out. So I know
That's cool.
Yeah.
what you like, but I think you'll dig this. And she's Mandolin Orange is one of those that she's.
Have they been Bonnaroo before?
Mandolin Orange. Yeah.
Okay, that's where I've heard them from then. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew that sounded familiar.
Nelly, it doesn't say anything about doing, a certain album, but
I
Nelly's
know
back.
that excites me. I hope that. I mean, obviously that's like the best album, but I mean,
Might
he
be
had another
anything.
one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Bring Tim McGraw. I mean, or Florida Georgia Line. Like he's got a song with them now.
That's right. So don't tell him what we'll get.
Yeah,
You skipped over Primus. They're a fun
Yeah.
live band. They are really good.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yep.
Best bass player to walk the face of the earth.
Really
Him
is.
and Jocko, but Les Claypool is
Yeah.
a.
They're one
bad
of
man.
those bands that on an everyday basis, I don't listen to them much. I mean, I know Jerry was a race car driver and a few other.
My name is
songs,
Mud.
But anytime I go to a festival and they're on the line, I go watch them because
Right.
they're just fun to
They're
watch.
fun to watch. Yeah, I'm glad you saw that. I've got them written down. I just skipped right over them. But yeah, I hate Oysterhead's not going to be on there.
Yeah.
That's Les Claypool and that as well, but they're not going to be there. I've got Marcus King Bad, Lennon Stella, Turquoise, Kim Petras, and Resistance Revival Chorus on that list. I don't have a whole lot of EDM on my list. That's just not what I'm into. I noticed Carrie Norris is commenting.
Yeah.
If anybody's interested in EDM, he's a good one to go to. That's his jam. He's very good at
Yes.
that kind of stuff. So if there's people that you're like, man, I hope Dustin doesn't know any EDM, Carrie Norris, ask him. He will probably be right
Yeah.
on. And as
Kano
far
and
as
Lady A, those
Video
like
game
that.
music.
Lady
Yeah.
A,
You're
yeah.
not a fan of video game music?
I'm not. I don't. Now I will say this. I don't listen to it in my car, but if sometimes I'm out there and I'm just like, let's just go over here and see what the hype's about. You can get into it for a little bit.
I'm gonna tell you-
Absolutely.
I make fun of it. I'm going to extend an olive branch, though, because my son, I've noticed that, and it is a lot of it comes from video games, but he digs that stuff. And so
Yeah.
I pulled up, it was either Spotify or Apple Music. I pulled up an EDM playlist the other day because I'm all about my kids, so I'm not going to force them to listen to Metallica 24/7. And I just pulled it up one day. I was like, hey, Zachary, he said, you like this stuff? Check this out. And we were going to Nashville, and on the way back from Nashville when we were listening to it, and it was, for me, driving, it was good background music, especially when you got your kids, so you got a beat going, but I can still talk to my kids, and we're not missing anything in the
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
And Zachary was back there, he was digging it. I was just kind of like, hey, okay, I get I'm out of touch,
Yeah.
but I'm trying.
It
I'm
could be
trying.
listening to worse, right?
Oh, yeah, good Lord, yeah. At least we're past the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse phase. We're listening to stuff that,
No more kids bop.
yeah.
Well, there's a Baby Shark EDM song.
Oh, I've heard it. I know it. I know
Figured
it.
you had. Yes.
It cannot be as bad as the original song, right?
It's
It's
better.
probably catchy.
It is.
Yeah.
It gets better. And then y'all remember that chicken wing, hot dog? That's an EDM song. I had to Shazam that the other day. I about lost my mind. And it's pretty good.
What's that one? What the Fox says, or something
Yeah.
like that?
Oh,
Good
yes.
Lord!
Oh,
I
that
admit, Leslie Sherrill. I came this close to hating her because I guess she played it in her kindergarten class one day, and that's all my kids would listen to, and she's the one
man.
that turned them on. It's like, Crab was like, guys, come on, can we at least let Dad listen to one Black Sabbath song? Give me a break for just 3 minutes. Paranoid's not a long song, then we'll go back to what the Fox say.
Yeah, I'll tell you, she took me to Imagine Festival about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
At the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and it wasn't my thing.
Right.
I converted him slowly,
It was,
though.
but there was a band called Pretty Lights,
Yeah.
Which
and
is
he
my
has
jam.
musical instruments. So he does his thing with his things, the ones and the twos or whatever.
Buttons.
I enjoy Pretty Lights.
But he's got drums and a guitar and bass and piano and this, that, and the other behind him. And I'm like, well, okay, I can. He still does the same things that all these other EDM artists do, but he has a band behind him. So I'm like, well, this is music because we've got instruments going.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is cool. And I actually enjoyed Pretty Lights. It shocked me. Oh, I will say that.
And he's my favorite.
Yeah.
So it was good that out of all of the bands we saw, that Travis liked Pretty Lights. That was all
That was
I
good,
wanted.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Deadmau5 this year.
Yes.
I
We saw
enjoyed
Deadmau5 that weekend too.
yeah.
Actually left Pretty Lights and then went straight to Deadmau5. So
Yeah, those are two I can,
Yes.
can get into. But yeah, if you want to listen to that, I'm sure Carrie can
Yeah.
help you with
He
that.
says
Yeah.
Sudden Death is a must.
yes.
There you go.
They've been at the Caverns before, I think.
Jimmy Newton says Super Mario is his jam.
Oh.
That's right.
What's that one say? Lou. I can't.
That's-
Lucy? Lou? I think you misspelled it.
I think so too
Yeah,
because
there's
I've
some
got
people that's
that
got
on
some-
there.
Ryan
EDM
Varlas
stuff.
says heavy EDM Rampage by Gravedigger, life changing.
There you go.
So look at there. They're all coming out of the woods here
Yeah.
with EDM.
Awesome.
Joe.
Yeah, bring
See, I
him.
knew that.
I know Ryan. I know you was into
I
EDM.
know. I want to.
Well, I'm not joining the cult. When I said I'm digging it because my son digs it, and I'll. But as soon as he's out of the car and gone to his mama's, it's right back to AC/DC. that hard rock playlist on Spotify gets turned way up, and EDM don't get touched till Zachary's back in the car.
Wash the palate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cleanses the
I
palate.
roll the windows down and exercise those demons. It's like a little highway to hell, baby.
Lucy. Yes.
We're good.
Okay. There it is.
Brad Harris, if it ain't Randy Watson and Sexual Chocolate, I ain't listening. Randy, what? Sexual Chocolate.
Good stuff.
Sexual Chocolate. Who else you got here, Dustin? On the
Those are my Fridays. Turquoise is a kind of a groupie band. Kim Petras is kind of up and coming. Resistance Revival Chorus is 60 or more women singing about today's stuff, about women empowerment,
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Listen to some of that today. I really think you both would like Marcus King Band. Very kind of bluesy.
They're coming
guitar
to
player
the Caverns
who
next
can
weekend.
sing. Go, he can
That
sing.
name sounds really
You
familiar to
would-
me.
You've heard him.
You
yeah.
have.
I've heard him in a movie.
Okay.
I know they've got
He's got a fantastic voice. So yeah, Lynn and Stella. Those are my ones that on my Friday list that I wrote down for me to see.
Oh, what-
And when the schedule comes out, you never know. All this can change because
Oh yeah.
and the AT. How you say that? AT
Aliens?
Yeah. Where have I heard that?
there's an Outcast album, AT Aliens, which is my favorite Outcast.
Okay,
album.
that's where I'm
Throw
getting
your
it from.
hands in
Okay.
the air and wave them like you just don't care. Travis Reed does not own the rights to this song.
That's right. Yeah.
The Everyday Joe Show does not own the rights to that song.
Yeah, we got muted last Thursday. We were playing a song on from the radio on the Facebook Live feed. So
Dashboard Confessional is pretty good. I mean, again, they're not one of those everyday bands that I listen to a lot, but what I've heard of them, I like them, and I definitely would check them out.
yeah, to me, Foo Fighters, Grace Potter, Deftones, and I hope they just don't play. A lot of these people don't play at the same time because that's what I hate: stacked days where you get one that's overlapping, and you're like, oh well, I'll check the first part of this one out, and I'll watch the last part of that. By the time you get to the other place, it's
That
already
ain't
over.
happening.
Those are the
Yeah.
last two songs.
You got to pick one, you know. Unless you know their closing song is their staple song and that's one you want to hear, then you can make it happen.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, that's more confessional. Just, I guess, name recognition, and I've never seen them. That would be just a reason I would go see them.
I'm curious to see them. Why? I know Jimmy Lovelace's wife is a big fan of Dashboard Confessional. They went to Denver and saw them, and of course I was giving him a hard time about it, but now he was saying that they were good live, and I like some of their songs. I would be interested to see, and again, they could be one of those bands that after seeing them live really sells themselves, because that's where I get anything outside of hard rock and metal. The bands that I really like, I've seen live, and they're like, okay, they got me.
Now, of course, Nelly's going to be just for nostalgia's sake.
Oh yeah, that'll be
absolutely.
fun.
Gosh, and
Yeah.
I really hope they put him on the main stage. I mean, it's going to hurt my heart if they don't,
Yeah.
because there's so many of us who, obviously it's not probably, our kids' age or whatever, y'all's kid, everyone who has kids, but like, man, that reminds me of 7th grade.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's cool though?
Spring break, and I was 22.
I've seen several bands at Bonnaroo that were kind of past their prime, and when I say that, I don't mean as far as their talent, just they're not as big as they once were.
Yeah.
But when you see them on some of those smaller stages, that intimate crowd, but you see, but most of like Third Eye Blind,
Yeah.
it was packed
We
when
had,
they
we had to
played,
stand on the side.
and they were. And you could tell they were having a good time, and the crowd was having a good time. And that was probably one of my better Bonnaroo experiences, because I knew every song, and everybody that was there to see them.
Yeah.
We all crammed into that little tent to see Third Eye Blind. It wasn't just hey, let's check this new band out. It was like everybody was there. It felt like at the 328 or something like that.
Yeah.
It felt like a club show, and it was a lot of fun. But I've seen several kind of used to be huge, but are not quite as big now on those littler or smaller stages, and those are some of the most fun times I've had.
Yeah.
'Cause if you're there to see Nelly you're there to see Nelly. You're not there.
Yeah.
Hey, let's check out whoever. It's like you're there to see Nelly.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and Tooth watched Alice Cooper, and he was in one of those little tents. And that I think Bonnaroo probably, after they saw that, realized we messed up right there, because
There's been a couple of those.
yeah, T-Pain was one of them.
That was who I was trying to remember.
T-Pain.
T-Pain. Everybody, it was during the day.
Son, there was everybody at Bonnaroo was at T-Pain.
There. And it was in a tent.
It was crazy, and we got there an hour before he played.
And still weren't.
We weren't in the tent. We were out on the other side of the road that goes in front of the tent.
Yeah.
That's how crazy. I mean,
Oh, wow.
And same with Alice Cooper. Me and Tooth got there about 45 minutes or so beforehand. It was like at midnight, and we were at the edge of the tent I turned around and looked. As far as you could see, there were people. It made me feel good. Like, hey man, this is Alice Cooper. This dude's been around for 40 years, and these folks are respecting Alice Cooper. It's the same way with T-Pain. T-Pain's been around a pretty good while.
Yeah.
And these kids are coming out to see T-Pain. That made me feel pretty good about it. Like, because I felt bad that such a big artist was in a smaller tent.
Yeah.
But then you see the crowd that they got, you're like, there we go.
I had a similar experience at the Hangout Festival. I've been a few times, but that year, I think the Foo Fighters, that was the year the Foo Fighters played, and they were the closest thing to like a hard rock band on that whole lineup. I mean, it was an Avett Brothers, there, and there's a lot like this, but Motorhead played on one of the small stages. It was the same deal. I told everybody I was there with, I was like, I know, even like Lee, I was like, I know Motorhead ain't y'all's thing, but I'm not missing them. So I don't know how much longer we got with Lemmy. So I'm going to see Motorhead. I suggest you come with. And same deal, you can tell the event organizers were probably taking a look going, yeah, maybe we should have moved him over there, because it was like a little bottleneck to get into this little stage.
Oh.
And we couldn't get all the way into the little area where the stage was, but we were standing kind of where I could kind of like in the 300 at the hot gates.
Yeah.
And you look behind, and there was a field. The main stage was there, but the whole field behind me was all facing toward that little stage while Motorhead played.
That's cool.
And then when they were done, everybody turned around and started looking back that way. But the whole time, it was just that entire field behind us was facing that little stage.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yep, y'all should have moved them over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a fan, it makes you feel good, that they're still relevant enough where, hey, man.
Well, and it also kind of gives you a little bit of validation as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I know that Motorhead's not on the top 40 radio station, but everybody at the Hangout Festival wants to see him.
Yeah. That's the same way, with Promise, and I hope they put them on which they are higher up on the ladder than they usually down in this, the bottom area.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll be on a bigger stage, and you won't get bottlenecked like you have in years past with Promise. Because Big Promise been around for 35 years or so.
Well, Les Claypool, he is a staple.
He is, yeah. He's been with 3-4 different bands at Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
Promise probably 5 times roundabout.
Les Claypool played banjo on Metallica's cover of Tuesday's Gone.
That's right.
I saw him with the Lennon Claypool Delirium a few years ago, where he was with Sean Lennon.
That whole
Oh, yeah.
That was a good album. Yeah.
The Les Claypool experience, wherever he had all the people playing the like saw blades and wash tub and all that. Like, yeah.
Used to be like Colonel Claypool and the Frogs on the
Yep.
Grade or some kind of
That's
crazy
it, yep.
name. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's had like 8 bands.
Yeah.
He's
Hell,
been
he's
there.
another one of those guys. It's like we were talking about Dave Grohl earlier. Les Claypool's just one of those guys. He ain't doing a tour, then going home for 2 or 3 years and taking it easy. When Primus ain't touring, then he's doing something else, and he's doing something else, and he's doing something. He's all about music.
Well, that's what he talked about.
Yeah.
He just loves so much. Like, he's just like, you know what? I'll get tired of doing this.
Yeah.
And I want to do something else. So I'll do that. And then it'll be like, you know what? I miss doing this. So I'll call those guys up.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it doesn't matter. I believe that's what he was talking about. Like, 50% of the bands that he's been a part of or started, they're still relevant. You know?
Yeah.
And when they go out on tour, they can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pretty phenomenal.
Yeah. He's one of those too. You can have your back to the stage, and he starts slapping that bass, and you know exactly who it is. You don't have to be looking. You're like, oh, that's Les Claypool.
Oh, Les here again this year?
Yeah.
What up, man? He should be like a part-time resident of Manchester. I mean, Coffee County at least, because he's here so much.
You've got him sweet over at the Daisy, and he probably here all the time.
Him and the string cheese incident. My God, how many times have they
Yes.
been here?
Almost every.
Seriously.
The beginning, the first few years.
I can remember them from college. I remember Christy Freeze was like, oh, "You ever listen to the string cheese incident, man?" I was like, "No."
No.
Like, but you're hot, so sure. Let's check it out.
Oh, that's
Way to put it
great.
in perspective, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, half the bands I know on here that aren't rock, I know because an attractive woman told me about it. I was like, oh, I'll check them out because you like them.
Hey, they broaden your horizon.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And hey, and I did wind up liking some of them. I was like,
See,
yeah,
there you go.
glad I gave it a shot. I was glad I actually
happy
paid
accident.
attention.
Yes, Jimmy, you are correct. Les did try it for Metallica because him and Kirk Hammett went to high school together, and
That
they
wouldn't
never
have worked out.
They never come.
good.
They never come out and said he was too good, but they implied that he was too good.
Yeah.
Even Les
Oh,
was.
no, they said,
They-
there was an
don't-
Yeah, I think James Hetfield, that's his exact words were, yeah, Les was just a little too good.
Yeah, we can't.
Wow.
Yeah, it wouldn't have.
Of course, what did Les Claypool say? I mean, even he knew. He was like, here I am showing up my little quirky ass, and it's like, hey, you guys want to jam on some Jethro Tull?
Yeah. All right, so we got Friday out of the way, so I don't skip anything. I can go back to Saturday now
Yeah,
since I
Saturday.
screwed up earlier.
Saturday, you got Lizzo and Tame Impala, your headliners. I'm good with both of those. I know Aaron's really excited to see Lizzo.
Yeah.
Very fun. I've seen some clips of her shows before. She tries to get everybody involved, and it seems like it's a good time. Tame Impala's just kind of, they've been around forever too, but they've kind of blown up the last couple years. And one of the things too, Tyler the Creator took the Tame Impala headlining spot and moved Tame Impala to the secondary on Saturday because Tame Impala original lineup was the headliner for Sunday.
Oh wow,
That's right.
I
So
didn't know that.
Shoot.
yeah, but I enjoy I enjoy a lot of the newer Tame Impala stuff. Some of the older stuff takes you a little bit to get into.
A little too heavy for you.
Yeah, a little too heavy.
You like the more straightforward.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a little
interested.
too whiny sometimes, you know.
Yeah, no, that's probably that one. Someone I was making that joke earlier before we got started. That's probably
It's kinda
I
whiny,
caught
yeah.
one of their whinier songs.
Yeah. And My Morning Jacket has been a staple, and
Yeah.
and it's one of those if you just put an album on, it's just okay. But from everybody I've heard, as many times I've been to Bonnaroo, I've never seen them.
Right.
And it's one of those everybody's like, you've got to see them live. You've got to see them live. It's so much better than live than putting an album on and listening to it. So I'm excited to finally see them.
I've seen them a couple of
on wood.
times. They're good. Again, not a band I listen to every day. Like you
Right.
said, I'm not. When I've heard them, I'm just like,
Yeah.
not bad, but okay.
Right.
But then seeing them live, same deal. They're like, okay, I get it.
Jim James very talented. So can kind of jump around, do different stuff, play with different bands. Incubus, I know.
Well, we skipped G-Eazy.
Yeah, because you got a list too, so you jump in
Yeah,
there too.
no, G-Eazy for sure.
Yeah.
Love him. It's another white rapper, so of course it's right up my alley.
Yeah,
But
and
him and
harmonizes
Halsey,
too, yeah.
yes,
He's a
like
very good singer.
his stuff's kind of all over the place too. But
Who's
yeah,
G-Eazy?
he's a white rapper.
Yeah.
Jason
He dated
Isbell.
Halsey.
I
Yeah.
saw him for the first time at Bonnaroo, and he played a smaller stage. And I was coming in, and Lee and Jessica said, "Hey, we're at this one stage. We're checking out this guy Jason Isbell, and I went and saw him, and I thought he was pretty good. But at the time, I never heard his music, and of course, now that I get his vibe, it was a lot kind of ballad, kind of sad stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this is okay, but it's not really." I'm here at Bonnaroo, it's not really upbeat. Right. And then it was just a year or two later. Everybody was like Jason Isbell or whatever, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, that's the dude that sang all the ballads at Bonnaroo." And then I figured him out. I was like, "Okay, he's small town. He's singing about it. I get it now."
I think he's coming to the Caverns too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Very good singer songwriter.
He was just at the Caverns.
Then maybe that was it. But maybe he's. I don't know.
Can relate to his music and really get into it just because of his songwriting ability. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. It's some softer stuff, and
my friend of mine. Well, you know, Lana, she's a big Jason Isbell fan, and she's tried with me, and I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's the gentleman that got in trouble? Walton.
Sam.
No.
Goggins.
They played at the brewery.
Roddy Walton.
Morgan Waller.
No.
Wallen. Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's the song that they sing. The one that's so hot.
7 Summers. That was 7 summers ago.
Anyway, the song that everybody
guess that's
made
not it.
Morgan Waller famous. That's actually a Jason Isbell song from 10 years ago.
Oh wow!
Before he won like 5 Independent Songwriter of the Year. Huh. So the Morgan Wallen, I'll pull it up. Right
Don't
now.
play it.
Is it on there?
Yeah, don't play it. Don't play it.
No, I'm not gonna play it.
Can you even find Morgan? Is Morgan Wallen streaming again?
Oh yeah, he's still in.
Yeah, he's blown up now. Idiot.
But yeah, Incubus. I'm super excited about Incubus.
Yeah, I dig Incubus. I like them.
Good '90s band. Phoebe Bridges is really good.
I was gonna say I like that's Chicken.
7 Lions. That's EDM. They're good.
Yeah,
he's good.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, Incubus. I think you're gonna have
I'm trying to be chauvinist.
You'll have a lot of '90s babies there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think you'll have and you'll have people our age there for Incubus for
That's
sure.
kind of one of the genres that's always been out of Bonnaroo. It's that '90s kind of grunge thing, and I really kind of like that. But having Incubus and Foo Fighters is kind of the first.
And
of those
Incubus
two
is
I
a
remember.
really good. I mean, they're one of those bands. They're kind of even back. I can remember when they first hit. And I forget who it was. It was someone in another band was talking about them saying, they were talking about how eclectic Incubus was. And it's like, I'll be really curious to hear what they sound like in 10 years because they just do so much different stuff.
coming through.
You know, they were a hard rock band, but then they weren't. But I like Incubus.
I remember listening to them in the year I graduated. We listened to one of their albums.
Oh yeah, they had one album that was
graduation night.
huge. Had that song "Drive" on it. But they were huge.
You said 7 Lions. They're EDM.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I like them.
So we had a viewer answer the question.
Yeah, Ryan Farless, "Cover Me Up." That's the song Bull's trying to think of.
There you go.
Yeah, girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room. Jason Isbell.
Okay.
Look, Ryan coming through with some knowledge tonight, man.
Yeah.
Look at you go, Bubba.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Not a lot of people know that, Ryan. I mean, it's not a lot of people know that's a Jason Isbell song.
Yeah, pretty cool. King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard, Bradley, you're talking about
They're
them?
rocking band, man. If you like
yeah.
kind of that, just a garage rock, just I don't know how. They're kind of a cross. What would you call like stoner metal? Black Sabbath. That's what a lot of this Black Sabbath spawned. A lot of those just kind of 3 chords and just kind of slowed down. They're a cross between that and kind of just like the Struts and the Strokes and stuff like that. Kind of a little bit heavier version of that. But no, they're really cool. Kind of like acid rock or something. There'll be a lot of folks over there. It'll be smoky when they're playing. They're
okay.
I don't dig that part, but how you describing them with other bands, I think
they're pretty rocking, man. I stumbled upon them a while back, and they're one of those I sent to Jimmy and Curry. I was like, hey, check these guys out. Y'all appreciate this.
Sweet.
Sylvan Esso.
Yes, that's a super jam. I had that one down. That'll be a good time.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the WITH stands for.
I don't either.
My theory is what in the hell is WITH. So I don't know if that means it's just going to be random or whatever. But
Isn't
I
that
don't
how you
know.
spell with?
Yeah, that's how you spell with. But it's in quotes and it's all caps. So
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
trying
know.
to
I
do
need
my.
to. I guess we got to Google that or
yeah,
something.
we'll have to look
figure
that
it
up.
out.
I'll have to ask my son. That's
DJ
kids.
Kano,
What's
do
that
you know?
for?
Yeah, Kevin Gates. That's
Yeah.
on. He's on my list.
Guess what? Ryan Farley said Lady A got to mention Kevin Gates. About
Yep.
to be wild.
Yep. I'm trying to go in order. Yeah, he was next, but yeah, Kevin Gates.
Mark Rebelay is. He is.
Oh my God, he is awesome.
He's one of the he did a ton of stuff during the pandemic online. And he's the guy, if y'all have ever seen, he's got glasses and he's always wearing a bathrobe. And you give him a word and he's gonna create a whole song on that word. And a lot of times it's X-rated, you'll say crazy and
I know
he'll
who that
make up a
is.
song, do a beat, and then play it. So it might be an hour show where he plays 3 songs.
Oh wow.
But it's very entertaining if you're into that stuff. I've heard him now enough, during the quarantine stuff. It's like, okay, I might find something else to do, but he's hilarious. So it's one of those, if it's not conflicting with something else I want to say, I'd go check him out
For
because
entertainment's
it's going
sake.
to be entertaining as can be
Yeah.
because there's no songs. He doesn't have a song. You just
That's cool.
Travulous, and he's going to make up a song called Travulous. It's
We got to get that.
Oh my gosh, we gotta work on
Yeah,
that.
you could, but I mean, if Reggie Watts, because him and Reggie Watts have been doing a lot of stuff together the last couple of years, but if Reggie Watts shows up with him, that will be phenomenal.
Yeah. So that's one to check out. He's very entertaining.
I didn't realize. I just saw that Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats were playing Saturday night. They're a pretty rocking band. They're hard. They're a rock band. I don't know if you rock, metal, industrial, rock. Just rock. They're if you lean toward being Travis's direction a little bit, and even if you don't, they're not like Slayer, but they're fun. They're fun.
I mean, you can't not now, and that's gotta. I mean, I really hope that people bring that back to even though it wasn't Bonnaroo, it still has to happen on the farm.
We got to holler out Slayer and we got to sing Biz Markie.
Oh,
If you're at the
well,
farm, you got to
have
do
to
both.
do that
Gotta do both.
anyway.
Because at Exit 111, Slayer was the phrase of the weekend,
Yeah.
but also people were singing Biz Markie.
okay. Well,
Although it wasn't Bonnaroo, it was still going on, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it made my heart feel. I'm like,
Yeah, because
These
you're
people
on the farm.
get it.
right.
This is not this is about the place we're at.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
His name Lucian Pruitt. He said it's with a live band. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Presents with.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, that's awesome.
With a live band.
Okay, cool.
And
Because that would make sense. Because Sylvanesso's kind of like a singer and then somebody playing like a little DJ thing, little beats.
Yes.
So, with a live band would make sense.
Well, that's cool.
Because there's
What's
the
up, Heat?
Super Jams usually brings people in and out. Somebody will play a couple songs
that
and go out
Robert
with somebody
Randolph
else.
one.
Yeah.
And I like this. Like I don't like jam bands, but when I see the word Super Jam, I'm like, oh, something's fixing to go down.
Right.
You're gonna get a 12-minute guitar solo from somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a 7-minute piano solo from somebody.
Yeah, there's treasures in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's absolute treasure. And when I see Super Jam, but most of the time the Super Jams are so late.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'm either leaving because I need to go home and get rest because I stayed so late the night before, or I need to be there early the next day. I don't get to see the Super Jams often because they last so long, and I always want to, but hopefully this year.
Yeah, they usually start about 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm asleep.
We're gonna
About
have
4,
to
yeah.
probably readjust because I do. There are a few where I'm gonna be there until 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh, here we go. Jimmy Newton says Sylvie and Esso performed their songs with an ensemble instead of just Amelia and Nick on stage.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
So you and Lucian
Boy,
there
Jimmy.
fix
Thank
this
you,
up.
Jimmy.
Appreciate it,
Coming
guys.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Goose is another one. I lost.
From
I
Top Gun?
do like some pigeon playing ping pong. I do like some of the jam bands. We lost them, but we picked up Goose. We lost the pigeons, got the Goose. So pretty good
All
replacement
about
for me if you're
the
interested.
flocks of a feather.
That's right. Stick together.
That's
Fly
not
together.
right, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know Top Gun's coming here.
Yeah. Subtronics.
Is that EDM?
Yes.
Yes. I'll say she would know.
They've been here before too, haven't they not?
Probably.
Or they were at maybe I don't know. I've heard them.
Yeah.
John Baptiste is a really good R&B
Yes.
singer. He does a lot of stuff with Leon Bridges, so he's
Leon
fantastic. The band Camino, it's kind of blown up in the last couple of years. Tate McRae is one. I wish Tooth was here. So we always try to find a gym that's going to be up and coming. Tate McRae is that for me. She's 17. I think she's already put out her second album.
Wow.
She reminds me a lot of Billie Eilish, but it's not as dark. And I think there's something to it. She could be one to watch. Have y'all heard of Kingfish? I've got Christone Kingfish in them. Very good bluesy bass player. Fantastic. He played on a lot of people's albums, but he's finally put out some of his own music, and so he's there Saturday night, and he'll be good to just go watch play. That's kind of what I got.
I'm not sure what that
Wooly,
is.
I've got there's Wooly. That is kind of an EDM guy, and I enjoyed him. I had him on the list, but I don't know, Lady A, you got anything that I missed?
Oh wait, I lost my page. Oh well, we've
You said
all of them.
Subtronics.
Yep,
You got anything after
Subtronics.
them that I missed?
We are Dr. Fresh maybe, but no, that's it.
Okay.
And okay. So the way I do EDM is I can know the song, but I don't always know who it is.
Right.
You know, because I just listen to, a playlist and it just goes, and they fade in and out, so I don't really ever pay attention to when it stops and when it starts or who it is.
Trying to say it all sounds the same.
No, they all give me very different emotions.
Almost Monday is a good one too. Sorry.
But yeah, it helps. They help me see colors and smell colors and hear colors and all of that. So, yeah, that's how I feel about EDM.
The crowd makes me want to hit people because they're rude.
Oh
Yeah, so
It's different vibe,
DJ
different
Kano, I may have to just get with you and be like, let's go EDM together so that Travis can not have to take his Xanax.
The EDM crowd. They're a lot of
Me
them
and
are
Travis
so
will
rude.
go watch Uncle Acid and Deadbeat.
That's right. That's right. Exactly right. Josh said almost Monday. If you want a taste of what they should sound like, look up the song "Broken People."
Yeah, that was they do have a hit song that's just come out. In
a
fact,
Google
I
channel.
listen to a lot of satellite radio. Alt 36 plays a lot of people on this stuff, and that's one that they're kind of playing right now is Almost Monday.
Wooly and Subtronics play together.
It's a good-
cool.
good jam.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
do
I've
it.
heard-
Come on,
what's their-
Carrie.
What's their hit song or whatever their
What the one that he just said? It
Was it-
Broken People.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is almost Monday,
Yes,
and they are what again?
they're the end of Saturday.
Yeah. What genre?
Oh, just kind of
On alt rock.
yeah, all right.
All right. Okay.
I like that alternative radio series.
Yes,
I listen to a
36
lot of
and
that.
28.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of that.
So Saturday, seems like we got a late night on Saturday.
Yeah.
Or you and Carrie do.
Yeah, Carrie, we gotta hit up Kaleidoscope. I have not done
wow.
it yet. Like we were there one day, not when they were setting up, and I was like, "What is this?" And then we left, and then I saw like clips, and I'm like, "No!"
Yeah.
I was so sad.
And we did not leave because I was ready to go.
No, we didn't. I was ready to go because
Yeah,
it
we
was
were
like
tired.
2 a.m. already,
Yeah.
and I had drug him to 1.
It all looks good, and you got your day planned. But when it gets midnight and 1 o'clock, and we're not 20 anymore,
Yeah.
it's,
And we also don't do drugs.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's,
You know that.
I can't hang.
Yeah.
Can't hang.
That whole natural
Yeah,
staying awake ability is
I don't have any upper CBD stuff yet, so yeah, it's hard to. It's
What
hard
was-
to.
What was your
Good. Adrenaline can only take you so far.
Yeah.
yes, exactly. What is your saying though in the couch?
In the couch, yeah, the indica strain. You remember, you got the sativa, which is kind of an upper, and,
Yeah.
and the indica makes in the couch. It's kind of more of a
that
relaxing.
That's how Jimmy
perfect
exactly how
way.
Jimmy described it to me when I was in Colorado.
There you go.
Yes.
It's
It's
kind of how
perfect. Not that I'd.
That's how you remember it.
Yeah.
Easier to remember. That's why I tell people to come in. Now, what's the difference? And I
Yeah.
tell them the whole thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta work, so let me get that one.
Yeah.
I got to work. Give me in the couch. All right.
Yeah. I want something when I come home. I don't want to think about work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so we good on Saturday. So like I said, it seemed like a late night. Yes, Carrie, spicy pie. We'll have
Absolutely.
all kind. And I'm doing a
Yeah,
one bite
Alice in
review
Wonderland.
on spicy pie this year. Me and Frenchie didn't get to hook up a couple years ago, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
my
One
own with
bite
him and
review.
J-Gro. Huh?
One bite review.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna have
Dave
one bite?
Portnoy from Barstool Sports. He does a one bite pizza. He's a pizza connoisseur. Bradley, he goes to all these different places around New York, and he'll go to Connecticut, and he went to he was in West Virginia doing something, and he went to Little Caesars. He did a 1-bite review, or he'll do. He was at Talladega one year and did like some kind of pizza down there in Miami and all this, and he'll just 1 bite. Everybody knows the rules, and he scores the pizza on what he thinks of it because he's from New York. He's a New York guy or Northeast guy. And, he always reviews the pizza, and they have a site called 1 Bite where you can submit your review to it as well. So if he's in town, he'll go check it out. And so me and
he never takes just 1 bite though.
I was gonna say,
he never
eats the rest of y'all's bites.
Yeah.
If you're just gonna take one.
He eats the whole. He'll eat it and then he'll eat another piece. So I just can't stop eating this. And it's pretty cool.
Lots of 1 bites.
Yes, lots of 1 bites. All right, so Saturday we got done. I didn't skip anything. Anybody got anything to add on Saturday? I definitely want to check out the Uncle Acid thing. Apparently,
yeah, them and King Gizzard, they're both. You'll enjoy those.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and I want to I want to see Lizzo. I'm not a fan. She got a couple songs that are catchy. They even to me a rock heavy metal guy.
They're hype.
They are. You hear it and you're like,
they're
man,
anthems.
Lizzo
cool. Does anthems.
And you can get with it. It's a feel good song. And I really like Lizzo because she's a bigger lady. Now some of the stuff she wears to like the LA Lakers games and stuff, I probably wouldn't wear it in public. Right. But what I like about it is she's a bigger girl and she don't give a crap.
She's not giving in to
She's wearing the same thing a 90-pound woman wears.
And I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
She's doing her. She's comfortable in it. She doesn't mind showing. If that's what you want to do, honey, go ahead and do it. People give her crap about it.
You do you, boo, and live happily ever after.
That's right. Who cares?
That's my new slogan.
I love it. And for her to have the with all this pressure of being 90 pounds, and she's not, and her wearing the good for her. I love it. And I want to see that. And plus, I mean,
it's gonna be hot outside. There's no telling what she's gonna wear.
And let's be honest, she's not a bad looking lady.
No, she's not.
She's pretty hot. So
her confidence makes her hotter.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'm excited. I think it'll be a good. I think it'll be fun at least.
Yeah,
it'll be a good crowd.
Show,
yeah.
Sing along like Lady A said. It'll uplifting. She's very positive.
Yeah. I mean, you might see a lady hit a man.
Hey.
I mean, I'm just saying I'm not going to do that, but she does kind of inspire that.
Hey, Carrie, that's the night y'all are hanging out.
She doesn't make me want to hit men.
Me and Travis be at Tame Impala. We're a lot more like that.
There's a little more chill on Tame Impala side, for sure. I really do. I want to see Lizzo. I think that'll be good. And like I said, I'm not a fan of Lizzo or anything, but her songs I don't mind. You play them a lot. I hope even like some Lizzo songs.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be fun to see. And good for her for being confident and not giving a crap what everybody else thinks.
Yeah.
That's
good for her.
Yes.
Sunday. Let's get on Sunday here, D. Murr.
Headliner, Tyler the Creator. Seen him a couple of times. Very high energy show. I'm not the biggest Tyler the Creator fan. Now, I think his last album was probably his best, and there's a lot of people that really enjoy that. But of the headliners, probably my, not going to get out, probably stay out there Sunday. Sunday night, I'm worn out, so it's kind of an interesting closer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, usually you get a Tom Petty or somebody that's just going to kind of, it's going to kind of level it out. You probably got the most energetic show closing the thing out.
Yeah, but Lana Del Rey is pretty mellow too.
Yes, she is.
So maybe if she goes on after Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, I'd say he's going to close it though.
Yeah, probably going to close it.
I'd
but
say,
yeah, probably.
Now he's Chance the Rapper's brother, right? Or cousin or something? Are they related?
I don't even know that.
I don't know.
There you go.
Aren't they?
I think you
don't
made
know.
that up.
I did.
And you're trying to make it a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm totally, they're cousins.
Yeah, I thought they played cousins.
Cousins.
Play cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it just kind of goes with it. Tyler the Creator, Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, and that's
where I got it. They both have a comma after their name.
Perfect.
I mean, you both have Ramsey after y'all's first name. It's your brother.
Uh-huh. You can tell me anything in the world about Tyler the Creator and Chance the Rapper, and I will believe it because I cannot argue.
I know Chance the Rapper's in the Doritos
sounds
commercial.
good to me.
I know Eminem backs him, so.
Tyler the Creator?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mess with it. Kano says not a headliner.
I'm kind of with you.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather see Lana Del Rey over Tyler the Creator.
I like her.
Yeah, I do too.
Dead Mouse,
I
think will put on a good show. And that's interesting Sunday. I wonder if that's going to be like a early Sunday morning.
That's what I was wondering.
That's not a real.
Because Dead Mouse is definitely dark.
Yeah.
It has to be dark to see dead mouse.
I wonder if that'll be like a 4 a.m. or
Saturday,
3 a.m.
but usually
or
they
early
put
Sunday morning thing.
they put
kinda.
early Sunday mornings on Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
they
right.
do.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
I don't either, and yeah,
Now, little baby. Now there was confusion we were talking about earlier.
Da Baby.
It was Da Baby, and now it's Little Baby. Which one is Little Baby? Is that the one with?
I
Lil
think
Wayne
Da
and all
Baby's
them?
got the bigger hits, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
yeah.
Let me.
I already googled it. We would have to listen, and you can't do
Yeah,
that right
there's-
now.
yeah.
So
Well, if I look at this, if I see their face, I'll know which one I'm talking
that's
about.
not gonna help.
Leon Bridges, I've seen before.
He's good.
Very, very good. Yes. Young
Nope,
Giant,
that's
been
Young
around for a
Giant.
while.
They're good,
Very
they are.
entertaining. Brittany Howard, lead singer
Yes.
from the Alabama Shakes,
Yes.
who I don't know if they'll be a group anymore, but she's done awesome on her
Yeah.
solo career, and she's fantastic. Some of her stuff out now is really, really good. Flog and Molly were talking earlier. That's the Irish band that's just going to make
I'm
you want to
excited
start
about
throwing
them.
beer on people.
Yeah.
A favorite one I want to see most is camp. I've gotten into camp the last couple of years, and enjoy them. So I'm looking forward to that. The Struts, Green Sky Bluegrass, I really enjoy.
You know, out of all of the jam band bluegrass stuff, Green Sky Bluegrass is my absolute favorite because they put on a good show.
Yeah.
Like it's visually appealing.
They've probably been to the
They
cabins,
have,
or they're coming
but
again.
I've actually seen them in Chattanooga.
Okay.
I went with Autumn and Ben to some kind of, it was all bluegrassy, whatever.
Yeah.
It was like a little festival, and they closed it, and they were really good. That's when I started liking them.
Yeah. And the last one I have, Lady A's probably got a lot more on this than me. Oliver Tree. Oliver Tree wears some weird glasses. He's got a bow haircut, like the old school bow haircut that's long on the front and then cut around. He wears the Jinko pants that are bell bottom guy pants on the bottom, and he's pretty entertaining. He's kind of blown up the last few months, and he's going to be a pretty good show. But that's all I've got really for my Sunday. It was my chill day, but I think Lady A, that's her get crunk day. Travis is
Kind of, yeah. I mean, depending on when Dead Mouse is going to play.
Yeah.
You know, that will really, I don't know, kind of figure out what happens. But yeah, there's
Julian Baker's pretty good. I didn't put her down, but she's
The Struts.
really good. The Struts,
Yeah.
brought them up.
Sorry, I've got.
And I just don't know a lot of the EDM stuff. Flo Milli is a rapper that's pretty good, up and coming female. But yeah, that's about all I really had for my Sunday entertainment that I've written down. It's kind of crazy. It's 20
Little Baby
years.
played the Grammys this year. Okay.
Little
Thanks,
Baby did
Crush.
play the Grammys.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. I guess that's why you get the third slot. If
Yeah.
You've been playing to the Grammys. You know,
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion racked up at the Grammys, and there she is in the second. You
Yeah.
know, the slot.
Sorry, I'm replying to.
No, do your thing, man.
Yeah, that situation here.
Situation
Boombox
here.
Cartel. That's one of them. Oh, there it is. All right, is it LSD Dream or LS Dream? I guess. Yeah. Like them. Her. God, these words are so little. I have to zoom in.
Zoom in.
I'm trying.
Like
I'm so
Harmony.
blind. I can't. I can't see it. When Bull sets these up, he has to hit the Control Plus button so I can.
yeah.
I can zoom in and see it.
Who just say? Carrie said I missed somebody. Said I would like her. Is it? I'll check it out. Norris, I believe you.
Keil.
A lot of squinting going on around
Yeah,
here.
man, we're old. We can't see anything.
Everybody's going.
Ekaly.
It makes for great Facebook Lives right here, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's looking at the screen reading. But hey, I'll take you up on it. I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely down to see Brittany Howard.
Yeah.
For sure. Flog and Molly. I mean, they've been there a bunch. I've never got to see them.
They're good. You'll like them.
The Struts. I definitely gonna go see the Struts.
Mm-hmm.
And that may be a late day.
Struts are one of those you kind of forget about. I was like, Struts. Have I heard the Struts? And I clicked on their Spotify and like, dang. I was like, well, golly, I'm gonna put them on my list. You know, I went on there to see where they got added. Like, so it's good just to go if you've got. And I know y'all are thinking, oh, Murray's got a lot of time on his hands just sitting there at the store and listening to all these music. But if you do have a day or you got some time at work and you can like. Just go check out 2 or 3 songs. I've probably said some stuff you're not going to like, and there's probably some stuff I didn't mention. They're like, oh my God, how did he miss this? So, you know, music is, everybody likes different stuff. So, yeah, if you're kind of confused and you don't know anybody's name, just look them up. Because it's one of those, Bonnaroo is very good about finding people early.
Yeah.
You know, they're at Bonnaroo this year, and then 2 years from now, they're all over, they're playing at the Grammys, and they're winning awards, and you're like, they were at Bonnaroo 2 years ago? How did I miss them? But because they're very good about the up and comers.
And that's the cool part. It's cool and it's not cool because when you miss them.
Right.
And then you kick yourself 2 years later and you're like, oh, I could have seen them and I didn't. And now it's like.
Just never know.
Even if they're kind of doing their thing, I want to go see them if I like their music.
Right.
Yeah, and that's. Go ahead.
The cool thing about Bonnaroo, especially for me, is that I'm not so rushed when I go out to Bonnaroo because an exit 111 or something where it's like I want to see every band on the bill, and it's constant. Bonnaroo, I can just kind of relax and kind of chill out and be like, "Oh, you got sure?" Or I just pull up. It's like that name sounds fun. I want to go, and you just kind of, you know, you don't like everything, but you're there, and if you're like, okay, I'm not digging this, I'm gonna go walk around and just. Check everything.
Experience it.
You know, if you just walk around, something can sometimes
let your
grab
ears lead
I'm
you.
going to look at souvenirs, and then you walk by stage. And, what is that? And you're 30 minutes later, you're like, what?
You're a new fan.
Yeah, we were walking by, and I think I was going to go watch Gojira. And there was this big old English fella on this one stage, and he had tattoos everywhere, and he was bluesy as all get out. I can't remember his name.
I was with you. We're with y'all. Yes, I remember
something
that.
about Bones or no.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember that guy. No,
he had a show on a song in a show.
Rag and Bone Man.
Yes,
that's it. But because we were walking by, we were just like, "Who's that guy with the?"
And we
tattoos on his
stopped
face?
talking and
we
listened.
just stopped and we watched, and then he played that last song that he played was a hit. I was like, "Oh, that's him!"
Yeah,
but he was good.
And that was
really
one
good.
of those good instances.
Yeah,
where we were
Great
like,
voice.
we just got lucky. By walking on him.
By walking to go see Gojira, who I've seen 3-4 times already, and I just wanted to go, let's go Gojira, you know.
And they were next door.
Yeah, they were next door. That's a good way to put it. So I was like, and then like you said, we just like, what is this? You know, this guy, that dude's making that sound with his mouth.
Because he looked like he'd be the lead singer of a death metal band or something.
Yeah, and he's up there just
but his voice was a hug.
Giving her what for, man? And it was.
It was a hug.
It was.
It was. He's on one of my playlists. I don't know if it was Apple or Spotify, but after that, I'm like, well, I love this guy. That's my boy right there.
Yeah.
So that you're right. You can walk by somewhere
and just kind of chill out. You're not just. I just never feel rushed at Bonnaroo. It's like whatever. And Lee and Jessica, they're a lot more in tune to a lot of this stuff, so I can just follow along with them. And again, if I'm not digging it, you're just at Bonnaroo. It's like, screw it. Whatever.
Yeah. And it's funny, I always run into Lee and Jessica. Like I run into Travis every year. He finds me. I'll always stumble up on Lee and Jessica because we like a lot of the same stuff. Yeah. So I'm usually at a show they're at, and I'm like, oh, hey.
Yeah, they're another one that they'll tell me. Again, Jessica knows what I like, but she and I, we kind of, our middle ground is very much the same. Like a lot of, there's a guy that, Rustin Kelly, I'm a big fan of. Jessica, so when she's living in her world with this kind of stuff, when she's talking, she's like, okay, she'll send it to me, and she'll be like, hey, or she'll tell Bradley to listen to this, he'll like this, and that way we have some common ground. So when we go to these things, like, okay, this guy's kind of like this guy that okay, I'll go check that out.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's how I discovered Rez EDM, but she was sampling Pretty Lots, and it was after some show we went to a couple years ago, and I was like, oh, hang on. And I just wouldn't move. It's like, I gotta hear this because this is my favorite song. And then it just kept, she just kept going with some, and now I'm hooked, and I love her. And she wears glasses, big glasses, but they're like dead mouse glasses. So there's a screen on them. So you don't know what she looks like. Yeah. But they change and they light up and they've got lasers on them, and it's like, well, this is cool. And then she was at Imagine Fest, and I was like, we're going to see her. So
And some of the visuals you get at
Yes.
the other are just fantastic.
yes.
Like the tipper stuff the tipper does on his
Yeah.
screens, or pretty
Need to check
cool
that
stuff.
out.
That stuff you can just kind of sit back and not
Watch.
even get that close, but just sit there and watch the jumbo.
And yeah, and
screens.
with some of them, like especially the EDM, you kind of want to be far back so
Yeah.
that you can see the whole production.
Yeah, you're not punching a 16-year-old.
Or that. Yeah.
I burned one with a cigarette one time.
Yeah.
But this little girl was in front of us, and she was on something and was having a bad experience. And
Travis
She
thought
wasn't-
about burning her on the back of the neck with a cigarette and might snap her out of it.
no, I was protecting her. No, I was protecting her. So I'm standing there, and people keep walking, and dude, it's a sea of people. It may have been like Marshmallow.
No,
Oh, I know
maybe.
Marshmallow. That song he's got with Colin.
I think
It might have been.
it was somebody huge because we were in
Somebody.
the back, and
Yeah.
people were just all you could see was people.
Yeah.
And people kept rushing beside us to go up to the front. I'm like, where are y'all going? Because
Yeah.
it's not happening. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And these are like, I'm not a big dude, but I could push my way to the front. I'm bigger than these guys were. And I'm a little, I look a little bit more intimidating than they do. They could probably whoop my butt, but they don't know that.
Yeah.
right.
They do now. So I'm standing there, and this
do
poor
now.
girl is like just laying there like,
And Travis was her protector.
yeah, I was like, man, these people kept stepping on the blanket. They stepped on her. So I just spread out, sucked the gut in, pushed your chest out.
Posted up.
Yeah, post up like they ain't going to hit this poor girl. I don't know who she is, but she's having a bad time.
Right.
I'm going to make sure
Just
she.
take care of one another. That's
Yeah.
where
She'll
bruising
get her
comes.
ribs
Yes.
crushed in the fray.
Yeah, it is. So they kept stepping on her. Well, this one dude went by and hit me, and I'm like, hey. I'm like, I was going to do something.
Like he heard you.
Yeah, he didn't hear me, and I wasn't going to do anything
Did he
anyway.
have on
'cause-
his pink shirt with his collar popped?
No, he had the pink shorty shorts on
did he?
with these little loafers, and I was like, oh, hell, Brad or Chad or Kyle, I'll probably stomp you to death. So he rushes on past and hits
Hey, man.
me. I'm like,
Get over to
dude.
my safe space.
Yeah.
You can't touch me, you scary looking man.
So he rolls back by, and I'm like, oh, there he is. So I had a cigarette in my hand. I was posted up like this, and he went by. I just took my hand and burned. Ow!
Turd.
Well, that sucks, don't it? You know what he did?
Got a tattoo.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It was great. And I
walked
felt
off.
bad. Well, I mean, you
You
just
just
try
try
to
to
be.
tell Tristan what that scary guy did to me.
You probably seen this year and he's turned into a smiley face. It's all a new tattoo.
Yeah, probably.
Or a
But,
flower.
but yeah, it just and I feel like the crowds have changed, and they have.
Yes.
We've gotten older. So what's kind of what's happened.
You're probably right.
The
But I'm
crowds
gonna
have
blame it
changed.
on something else.
That's
Dustin.
right. No, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Because we've been out there for 20 years.
I was just about to say, do y'all see what that says at the bottom? Celebrating 20 years.
That means I
Yeah.
was 21 when the first Bonnaroo came.
I wasn't
41 now.
Have you been to every one of them?
14.
I've been to every one.
I have too. Bradley, how many have you been to? Most of them.
I don't. I have a lot of them. I mean, I've missed some years. I mean, once I started having kids, that there's been some years that just wasn't able to make it.
I've been to more than I've
I
missed.
think so. You're a little younger than we are, but hey,
Yeah, well, I was 14 when it started, so
probably didn't go that one.
that doesn't sound right.
I do know
though.
one year I missed because I was in Chattanooga and I saw Stone Temple Pilots. No, I saw Brett Michaels on Friday night and Stone Temple Pilots on Saturday night. So I was like, yeah, Bonnaroo's not going to touch this for me.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good weekend.
That is
Yeah.
a good weekend.
That is a very good weekend.
I've been before it, when you just had the plastic wristbands or whatever.
Yeah.
I've been without,
Right.
going.
I remember the first year you had this gigantic ticket.
Oh,
It was like essentially it was like this big, and you gave it to them at the gate, and then you got your plastic ticket.
oh, okay.
Before now you get the wristbands prior.
Right.
This one you had to have the paper ticket in your hand,
Okay.
and then they gave you
That's
the thing at the door.
interesting.
And the drive up to the gate to where you got your ticket, that big old tree in McAllister's field was still there because it was hot, and I was in the back of Gator's truck, and we were in line. I'm like, man, I'm dying. So I jumped out and sit under that tree for a few minutes while the line went, just to get a break from the sun. And it was like Friday afternoon, but it was still hot.
Yeah.
And it was a long night.
Yeah.
But it has changed, and I think some of the things has changed for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like Dustin said, we are getting older. We get a little irritated a little bit easier, but I still think it's a great thing for Manchester, great thing for Coffee County. It's a great thing for music because it's turning somebody like me who is stuck in heavy metal, hard rock, and I'll venture out and listen to Lizzo, or I'll listen to Tame Impala or whatever, and I get to see people how I get to see. I mean, I've got to see Incubus before. I get to see Incubus. I get to see the Struts. I've never got to see the Struts.
Well, and I appreciate festivals because I mean, it's again we joke about it, some of these bands, or I do, but there have been a lot of. There are always 2 or 3 good hard rock and metal bands on there, and I think that it's for it to be a forbidden. Lamb of God played one year. COC was there one year. Clutch was there one year, and for a fan of that kind of music, I like the fact that they're willing to let like my bands come and play, and who knows, you might be there to see Tame Impala. You might, it's like, it's the afternoon, man, I'm gonna go over here, and you might see Clutch, or you might see COC, or you might see Lamb of God, and you're like, now we've got a new fan, and then I just like music in general. I mean, I've got my favorite genres, but I just dig music. And when you can go anywhere and see a nice mix of just various bands, anywhere that gives a lot of different genres a chance, and just it's brave enough to throw them all in one field and say, here you go, choose your poison, have a big time, folks.
Right.
And I dig that.
Yeah, I do. And even with her, she's big into EDM, and I'm not. And I ain't gonna lie, there's sometimes, and they're getting away from it, which is really making me mad, is when they go to drop the beat or whatever, where it just and then they and it just comes down. Well, they're not doing that big anymore, and it's making me mad. And I need to talk to somebody about it because I'm not having this.
They don't have the breakdown.
They don't. I love it because that's the
building up. For the drop.
Is. Yeah, and I joke about it, but I really, when I hear that, I enjoy that big. Because we're going down to the Imagine Festival. You heard that big, and then you hear that, you're like, you can feel yourself kind of you're like, there we go. Oh, that's all right. That's okay. And now, the past few times we've been, I haven't heard that.
And it's like, man, my Molly's kicked in, but the breakdown's not here anymore.
They got this Molly grease all over me. And so I thought when they said Molly, I thought they meant Molly grease for like engine bearings and stuff. And I looked like an idiot. But yeah, but it's turned me on to even it was Imagine Festival, not Bonnaroo, but it made me appreciate Pretty Lights. I went outside my comfort zone and went there, and there's a lot of bands on here that's outside of my purview, outside of my comfort zone, and I'm Rag and Bone Man.
Yeah.
I would if we hadn't been walking to go to Gojira, I would have never known who that was. More than likely, and it opened my eyes to other stuff, and that's to me it's awesome. It's a great. Music is the greatest art form that there is in the world. I've always said that, and to have all these different genres and these different styles, man, that's great. And we're having it here in our backyard.
Right. And you talk about genre and stuff. I mean, it brings all different kinds of people together.
Yeah.
The world doesn't exist for a while. It's all about a Bonnaroo community. You look out for one another. Doesn't matter your sex. Doesn't matter your age. Doesn't matter what you identify as. It's just take care of your neighbor. Have a good time. The music's brought us all together. Don't be a Richard. And have a good time.
Hey, I've always said, I tell folks all the time, there's nowhere else in the world could you go and see Willie Nelson and then Chris Rock and then Metallica all in a 4-hour span.
Yep.
Except Bonnaroo.
Yep. Right. That's exactly right. Exactly right. And man, the food, spicy pie, man, all the Greek stations with the gyros and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it's fire.
Amish donuts.
Yeah. Amish donuts.
I am sad about like the whole beer scene on Bonnaroo because that's where I used to go to discover beer. That's where I discovered Woodchuck back when I was having to drink Bud Light Lime. Because I couldn't do Jack and Coke all day. But yeah, now you don't get that because we've got beer, beer monopolies.
Speaking of they used to do that brewer's tent. I wonder if with the COVID stuff, if they'll do that this year, where they have all the different micro craft beers in the tent.
I would like to assume.
I guess if we're gonna be there together anyways, we must.
I think the assumption is, and I'm just guessing. I don't know this for a fact, but I think that all COVID restrictions of any sort are going to be gone.
Right. Okay.
If they're gonna
at your own risk.
Pretty much. Yeah. At least I hope so.
Right.
We're all going to give high fives.
Right.
Man,
I'm
I was
gonna do
just
We're gonna
about
do
to say
that.
that.
I'm giving hugs.
Yeah, I mean, you might see an elbow every now and then, but hugs and high fives.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. You know,
I'm-
we're all using the same porta potties. Come on.
True, they don't clean them
You,
after every use.
you ain't
do they?
COVID in that.
That's right.
I never got to really experience the high five through the main gate because I always had like staff tickets, so I never had to go through the main gate. Well, this past year, first time I had peasant tickets, so I had to go through that main gate, you know, or the arch or the squarch as they call it, and dude, give them high fives, man. That's awesome.
It's pretty fun, isn't it?
Yeah, because you
worth
know
doing.
you're trying, you know, you're giving a good crisp high five, and you got this one to, hey man, put some pepper on it. Like, so you're right back and pow, you let her eat, and the next one is like a little big girl, like, oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Just pat. But it was so awesome because, like you said, it didn't matter who you were, what you looked like. Everybody's high fiving.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's having a grand old
No
time.
matter who you vote for, nothing, you know.
No,
Throw
Yeah,
all
we
that
ain't
crap
talking about
the
that
window.
on
right.
there. You know, no one's nothing.
It's just
They, like you said, they
People-
leave the world and they go to
Yeah.
the farm.
people loving people and
Yes.
enjoying music together. It's a beautiful thing.
it really is, man. And you know, like I said, it's opening our eyes to different genres, different styles of music, which to me, you know,
And honestly, most of the time, and it's not just Bonnaroo, anytime you can go to a festival like this, I mean, we get so bombarded with the crap on the news and on Facebook and Instagram, and we get this warped sense of what the world's like and all this fussing and fighting. And then you go to some place like this where there's, I mean, how many tens of thousands of people show up at Bonnaroo every year? And then, of course, my Ozfest, I used to go every year. And then Hangout Festival, the Memphis in May, the festival they have in Chattanooga. You go to something like that and everybody's having a good time. Everybody's loving each other. Everybody's just glad. And you're going to take a look around going, yeah, this is how the world is. That's not that crap they're showing me. That dude don't hate me.
Yeah.
No one. When I walked through that gate and showed my ticket, no one made me declare Democrat or Republican.
Right.
Nobody asked me if I supported this group or that group. Nobody asked me if I protested this or that. Everybody's just like, "This is awesome, ain't it, brother?"
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big hugger, but I've received so many hugs at music festivals gladly.
Yeah.
Just from random people who are just glad to be there. So you're singing a song, they're singing a song, they're like, yeah, and you're like, yeah, and it's that's the world that's the flip side of all the crap we see on television.
Yeah.
Go to a music festival and take a look around and say, it's like this too. We're not
Yeah.
completely falling apart. The abyss is not opened up yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so cool where you can just be like standing and eating your spicy pie at the tables. And then you just randomly strike up a conversation with the strangers
Yeah.
next to you. And now y'all are friends and maybe friends on Facebook or not or whatever. And it's just so easy to, hey, how are you? You know, the friendly in me loves that.
Right.
yeah.
I don't have to be like,
As long as I don't cut in line and when Eminem's fixing to play.
correct. The friendly in me turns into another something.
She's another person. Turns into Nicole.
Yeah.
Or you don't step on the girl in front of me that's had a bad night on shrooms,
Right.
and I burn you with a cigarette because you're being a jackass.
Yeah.
No, it's great, man. I love the farm, and I really didn't start appreciating the magic of the farm really until Exit 111, when that crowd acted like the Bonnaroo crowd.
Yeah.
As far as the
Yeah.
everybody being cordial to one another, because you think, man, you get all these heavy metal bands and stuff, you know, mosh pits and this, that, and the other.
We
Dude,
were a little nervous.
Yeah.
I really, because I took my daughter out there,
Yeah.
you know, and during Slayer, you know, she was hanging out with Bradley, and she kept wanting to get
He was
closer and
really
closer.
nervous then.
Yeah. I was like, God,
All right, dang it. She said, Bradley, I got to keep an eye on those two.
she'll have a shot of Jack before it's over. But she kept wanting to get closer and closer, and I wouldn't let her. But in retrospect now, I think with the crowd that was there, if I let her get closer, they probably would have taken care of her.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
They'd have been like, oh,
Yeah.
we got a little bit, come on up
They
here.
would have protected her.
And that felt great where, you know, because you do get nervous. When you get to the aggressive style of music, things happen because you have mosh pits, and
yeah.
it, you know, it may get you amped up. Doesn't make you want to fight per se, but just get your adrenaline going more so than you know, some of the softer stuff. But I didn't feel that there. I think it was because it was at the farm. Sam
It's a
McAllister did
magical
something to
place.
that ground before he sold it to
Yeah.
Bonnaroo, man, and
Yeah.
made it what it is now. It's an awesome
It's
place.
hallowed ground.
It really is. I think before it's said and done, this will probably go down as probably one of the better festivals ever. You know,
Well,
the
it
longevity.
kind of started it too.
Yeah, I mean, besides Lollapalooza, I mean, this is probably one of the longest running.
When did Lollapalooza start?
I went to Lollapalooza in
It was in high-
'96.
we were in high school.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
So
it started
they're-
a couple years before that.
Yeah, I remember.
believe.
Yeah, I was about to say I can remember when I was in high school, and I think Rage Against the Machine, Alice in Chains, and Ice Cube were at Star.
Yeah.
They were the headliners at Starwood
Yeah.
for Lollapalooza one year.
Yeah, of course, the one we went to was Soundgarden, Rage Against the Machine, and Metallica. That was
Wow.
the Ramones, Screaming Trees,
Sponge,
Sponge, yeah, Sponge.
the Shaolin monks.
Shaolin Monks, which were.
It's in
unreal.
Chicago now, though, right?
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
travel anymore. It's just in one place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think as a mainstay, I mean, Coachella's been around for a long, long time, though. I didn't realize that till a few weeks ago. But I think this one's going to be one of the state. You know, hey, you need to make. If you want a festival, here's Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
Do what Bonnaroo does.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said earlier tonight, sometimes the lineup, in my opinion, has been weak.
Yeah.
But I didn't do what Dustin did. I didn't go back and listen to some of these bands I've never heard of. We're like, oh, well, that's not bad.
Or
I
you're
never-
like, oh, that's them,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know them.
Yeah. So and that's my bad. That's not Bonnaroo's fault. That's my fault.
Yeah.
That's everybody complaining about the lineup. I'm not paying $1 to go see these people. Have you heard of them? Well, no, because I was that person who said that.
Yeah.
But go back and listen to their music and be like, oh, well, I could jam
Yeah.
out to that for a couple hours.
We don't have a whole lot of radio stations that plays this type of music in our listening area.
Yeah,
we can
no.
listen to it. Now, Lightning 100 is in Nashville, but we can't pick it up here. So you know,
Thanks, Spotify.
yeah, without Spotify and XM Sirius, you can hear a lot of them on that kind of stuff. But other than that, you really don't get a whole lot of these artists on everyday play.
Yeah.
Like Foo Fighters and Lizzo and stuff. And also,
It would be nice if there was a channel, and this is, I know, a novel idea, but like on TV that played music, like videos and stuff, so we could discover some of this stuff. So I wish somebody'd get on that and
Yeah.
create that. 'Cause
Do
that'd
like
be-
a music television thing?
yeah, kind of something similar to that. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd
and
be
then maybe
awesome.
we could really, because that's there. I'd probably discover a lot of music that existed.
that's
Yeah.
neat.
You should
Call it
start
like
one.
MTV or
Cool.
something.
Yeah, that's. I think it'd be a great name. Music television.
Yeah.
Music,
Huh.
dude, how'd you come up with that? Do you take a limitless pill this morning?
Yeah, really. That's a very unique thought.
I don't. It just popped in my head. I'm a genius, man.
Love the passive aggressive thing. That was awesome, man. That's great.
Video killed the radio star.
That's right. All right, guys. Before we go, we got one question for everybody. Dustin, who are you looking most forward to seeing at Bonnaroo this year?
Probably Glass Animals is
Glass
the
Animals?
one that pops up top of my head that
Okay.
I'm really gonna have a good time.
All right.
Everyday Joe Radio. Yeah.
Every day, yeah. Hey,
Oh, and I'll
F
tell you
around
what
and
else I
find
did.
out. F around and find out.
I this year because I want to have fun with people. You know, you get to the age too where you become the dad guy, and so you just want to have fun with people.
Yeah.
Your field
So
is
I have
barren.
bought 48 blow up musical instruments. So if you see a bunch of people playing blow up guitars and basses and drums, that's come from me. So I'm taking a bunch of stuff out there, and we're gonna have the Bonnaroo Jam Band.
Hell yeah. I
The
got.
Yes.
Bonnaroo blow up band is going to be in full
Oh,
effect.
I have a
Awesome.
guitar. I have a blow up
Do ya?
guitar. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so take it out there. I'm sure people are going to have to blow up their own because
Right.
nobody wants to.
Right.
So
I might dust off my championship air
Yeah.
guitar and bring it along.
there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Well,
fun with
I
people.
just so happen to have a special set of air strings for my new air guitar.
Yeah.
I might need one of your picks. For,
Yeah, air pick.
my
I'll get you one.
blow-ups.
I'll get you one.
That's
for
cool.
sure.
Now I want to do that.
Yeah, I'll hook y'all up. I'll give y'all some
Were
instruments.
you going to like Orion Trading or where are you getting them?
I just went online and looked up
Oh.
blow up musical instruments, and then it just pops up all kinds
That's
of
cool.
things. They have them like sets of 24.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
There you go. There's a pick.
Well, I was meant for the air
Yeah,
guitar,
the air
but
pick.
no,
There's
I'll
one to
keep it.
practice.
Yeah,
Practice
thank you.
with that one.
Yeah, I need to practice.
Yeah, that's right.
Hope I don't break it.
Bradley, who are you looking most forward to seeing?
It's the Foo Fighters by far. When I saw they were coming, I was like, well, shoot, I'll spend a little money to go see the Foo Fighters and then see the rest.
Yeah, and you know, because I've talked to Bradley about seeing them at the Hangout Festival and how great they did, and I heard the CeeLo Green story you said, and I knew that was going to be your answer because you told me exactly what you said. When I left there, I was a Foo Fighters fan.
Yeah.
I rolled with them right then. So, yeah. Lady A?
Teenage me is Nelly, but 30 something, you're 29ish year old of me is G-Eazy.
There you go.
Yeah. Because I can't not put Nelly. I mean, because that's me and my dad's Like he loves Nelly, so I'm
Does
gonna
he really?
absolutely. Keith loves Nelly,
Oh my God.
like, and the Saint Lunatics.
Really?
Like, oh
That's
yes,
There's the whole St. Louis. He likes it all, doesn't he?
absolutely. So I
That's
mean, I'm
awesome.
gonna have to like live stream him or
Yeah.
something, but.
That's great.
Love Nelly, but yeah, Jeezy, I really like him a whole lot. So
What about you, Trav? Anybody?
Man, Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters?
The Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters, because like I said earlier, Bradley telling me the story of him seeing them at the Hangout Festival, and we share a lot of the same views on music. We do vary a little bit, but if Bradley likes them, more times than not, I'm going to like them. If Bradley really hypes it up, I know I'm really going to like it, because Bradley doesn't come to me with,
They're okay.
no, and the enthusiasm he used when he told the story, because I talked to him like the week after he got back or the week of, and I was like, I got to see the Foo Fighters before they retire, before I die. So definitely the Foo Fighters. To me, they're an iconic band.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl's an iconic musician, especially with his stance with the Nirvana. Of course, I hate them, but I mean, there's something. I mean, they did okay.
I mean, it follows the theme of transcending things.
Yeah, it really does. So definitely Foo Fighters, and I definitely second one on that was gonna be Lizzo. Just I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see what she's about. I want to see her. I want to see her show. I want to see what she's
Yeah.
like. I think that'd be interesting. Be fun. And I want to see all the people at Bonnaroo. All the Ruvians. Really, that's
I
one of
missed
the main things.
I missed the folk.
People. Yeah.
Yeah, I got an email saying that my tickets have been rolled over, so we're good. We have tickets. Woohoo!
Are they doing any type of restrictions this year as far as just the number of people they're allowing?
I
I
haven't heard
highly
anything.
doubt it.
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah,
I
I
know-
think it's floodgates.
Yeah. I know two of the tickets are sold out, but there's still general admission and platinum left.
I think you didn't you post it on.
Yeah, there was
something this morning?
2 have sold out, but there's still 2 left. So I
Oh, that's
don't know
cool.
what they're capping it as, because there's so many people still that had rolled over tickets.
Yes,
So I don't know. I don't know if they're putting a number on it or not.
I would just based on the sheer lack of revenue.
Yeah.
I would say no.
I mean, the Texas Ranger let 40,000 baseball fans into their stadium yesterday. So
See,
you kind of, when they're sitting arm in arm next to each other, so
Yeah.
some had masks, some didn't. So you just wonder that, we're still talking September.
right?
There's a lot that can happen between now and then. A lot of more people will be vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like I said, 25% of the population's already been vaccinated.
Yeah, at
so-
least with,
Oh,
I think,
wow,
one or
that's
so I
pretty
mean,
good.
And then you enter at your own risk. So, and let's be honest, COVID hadn't really affected the younger generation like it has the older folks.
Right.
Now I know we can all be carriers, where we can all go out there and feel fine and leave there and all be sick and pass it around, but
Yeah.
it really we haven't seen a whole lot of that, and especially with more people being vaccinated. Hopefully by September.
And it's outdoors. I mean, there's a lot
outdoors,
of,
yeah.
without
Yeah.
getting the whole, there's a lot of studies now that are made light that outdoor
Trajectory.
or whatever, it's just almost non. They just say
Yeah.
it just
It's
does not.
very easy to social distance out there too. I mean, there's some where you can,
And then it's not.
you can cram up and see, but there's
Yes, but
sometimes
it's
too you
big,
can
yeah.
if you're worried, you can get in the back of most any place.
That is
put a
true.
blanket down, lay down, and keep your distance. So,
Yeah. You got a good point there. On the outskirts, you can
yeah.
pot it up.
Transmission. That's what I was trying to say. Outdoor transmission.
Okay.
like a 4060 or
Yeah, well, you work at
Automatic.
you work at O'Reilly.
AOD,
You
yeah.
know more
Cars.
about this than I do.
you'd be surprised. I really don't. Yeah, I know paperwork and babysitting. I'm a janitor. But yeah, man, I'm really missing everybody being out there. As much as I get with the guy who walked past me and bumped into me and almost stepped on the girl. I really enjoy everybody out there. It's a fun time. You see all types of folks out there having a blast.
Yeah.
I miss that. I really I didn't think I would do it because I'm getting older. And you're like, man, I get tired, and you're like, man, it's hot. I dread, and when I get in the car to go in there, I'm like, God, I don't want to go. And then I get there and I see everybody. I'm like, man, I'm glad I came.
here.
I'm glad I came.
I think that comes with getting older. Period.
Yeah.
Just going, God, I don't. And it's for me. It's not the I don't want to go. It's literally I don't want to travel. It's like if you
To
could.
walk.
I wish it was. We had the technology advanced where it was like on Star Trek, where you could just teleport me to Bonnaroo. Because this. God, I gotta get in my car and I gotta go sit in traffic. And I gotta even. And I literally live on Ragstool Road.
Yes.
It's not. I go left and I'm at Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, you didn't come
miles
from
to the stages,
Alaska. But speaking of that, like this whole tram system that they're introducing this year,
yeah.
I'm very curious.
I've not read about
Jam
that.
track. Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I don't know if what did they call? Someone on the comments called it the meth trolley drivers or whatever.
Whatever. Welcome to Tennessee.
Yeah, for
They're gonna stay
real.
up all night.
Yeah. But those where, it's $35 for them to take you, a quarter of a mile or whatever. But this is free.
Yeah.
The Bonnaroo, what'd you call it?
The jam track, I think.
Jam
what they're
track.
called.
Okay.
And it almost looks like a entertainment, like something that it's pulled but look like a gator, but it's kind of like a 2 trolley where you can kind of stand and hang on probably and get dropped off.
Yeah.
It'll be really good for day parking because that's a walk.
Absolutely.
That
It
is,
is
they
a
put
walk.
day parking in the far corner and it takes forever.
But this past year, they ended up parking us close to the old interstate exit. We parked there, which is right up by Bonnaroo. You just have to, it's parallel to it.
Right.
So that wasn't as bad of a walk, but that only happened once.
Yeah,
And I think we hitched a ride on someone's trunk.
that was year before. Yeah, last year we parked at Avery's all year, or year
Yes.
before last.
I think we were walking in and we saw
Stephen Hargrove.
Stephen,
Yeah.
yes, and jumped in his car.
Yes, yeah, we absolutely did. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this bad boy up, man. We had a good time talking about the Bonnaroo lineup. Learned some things. Learned some bands we probably need to listen to. I've not got to dive into it yet. But
and
we
I'm
got
gonna look
plenty
at
of
the
time.
comments too. There's probably a lot.
Yeah, Carrie,
that I
I've been
can
taking notes on
listen to.
yours.
Yeah, there's we got plenty of time to dive into this, guys. So if you've never heard any of these bands, just put it on Spotify, Apple Music, and type it in and listen to it. You'll probably find something you like. Like I said, he's the one that told me to start doing it, and I did it, and I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah.
And I've been happier ever since. I've not been griping about the lineup as much as I used to.
Well, like what was it last year? We had the same show before 2020 happened, and after leaving you, I had 40 bands on my list.
There you go.
You doubled my list.
All right.
Yeah.
See, that's
for
why you're
something. Good for
that's why you're the Bonnaroo music expert.
Yeah.
But you,
Miss Tooth's pretty good at this too.
he is. No, he just doesn't impress you though.
No, he impresses me. There's a lot that he's heard of.
Well,
that
that's
I
the
hadn't
reason he
heard.
does it. So he's like, man.
Oh, I gotta try to find something Murray
yeah,
hadn't
man.
heard.
I hope Murray likes me now. Well, Dustin, man, I appreciate you coming out, hanging out with
thanks
us,
for
talking a
having
little
me,
bit of
man.
Bonnaroo
Good to be
lineup,
back.
and hopefully we'll have a show week prior.
Yeah.
I know you're a busy man these days, calling games and PA and all this
Softball
other
be
jazz.
over before long.
Yeah. So before the show actually happens, we'll have you back on. We'll talk about it and get all pumped up about
Awesome.
We need to bring Carrie
I'll
on
be here.
too.
it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Kano.
Get a well-rounded.
Sorry, I had to burp.
I'm
Bradley,
over here choking.
Yes, sir.
thanks for being here, my man.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
You're welcome.
Pass my choking to you.
Yeah, I did it last week. I wanted to say something, and they're like looking at me like, "Dude, why aren't you talking?" I'm like, "I'm trying to burp. Here. Leave me alone, man. I can't breathe. I can't. I gotta
Can't
get this
breathe.
burp out, man. Golly, I had a pizza earlier today, and it's hollering at me now." So, Bradley, thanks for being here. You, our resident musical expert.
Oh, I enjoy it always.
Yeah, so you even had some stuff I didn't know about the Uncle Acid. I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when it comes again, y'all know my wheelhouse. So they know that stuff. I know. So check them out. You either like them or you won't.
Yeah, Bradley don't care.
Your
If you don't-
enthusiasm
yeah.
is killer.
Yeah, well, hey, if you don't like them, just make a left or right. You'll find something you do.
Yes.
I'm just telling you where I'll be.
That's right. Thank you, Bradley. Well,
What?
where have you been?
He hollered at us.
Busy.
Did you leave?
Yeah, he did. He's been gone for a while.
And then
Yeah.
I was gonna come back, and there's an ambulance. Somebody called the ambulance, and they're taking up the whole road up there. So I had to come all the way back around. So inconvenient. I hope they got healed.
Well, I'm glad nothing hit the fan while you were gone. I'm glad we just didn't lose all this audio and visuals.
Yeah, I was gonna
We've
say
been in
that
trouble.
tomorrow-
I was listening to the show the whole
I was
time.
gonna say, tomorrow, everybody's going to be like, yeah, man, great show, until like the last half and we couldn't hear anything.
y'all done a mediocre job. y'all did your best.
Stacy's impressed that I haven't moved a muscle.
Much like much like a channel that shows it'd be nice if your show had a producer.
Yeah. Exactly. Lady A, thanks for being here on Tuesday night.
Yes,
A
thank
rare
you.
appearance, and you haven't moved muscle on the screen.
No.
No, good job.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Thursday night we got Aaron Carmine coming in, dentist extraordinaire.
We're going to talk about teeth.
We're going to talk about teeth, not tooth, but teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tooth is definitely going to, adopt him. I'm sure. Got that main call out.
That's right, Boone County. Did you show everybody your pick?
I showed him a pic. I was advertising, dog.
Yeah, I appreciate
I was
that.
gonna kind of fade out. If the producer was paying attention, it'd be a great fade out.
I don't think he's here.
He's not.
He gone.
All right, appreciate it, guys.